Sunday Night Smoke. Sunday Night Smoke podcast. What's up, Sunday Night Smoke?
He's awesome, by the way. He is fun. You and him would get along famously.
1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 1 1. We back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Sunday Night Smoke podcast. Let's get it. All right, it's your host Ace World, aka Meta World Smoke. We back at it, man. Bringing my co-host T Roni in the building. What up, T? What's good?
Hey there, Meta World Smoke. How you doing? Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I can barely hear
chilling.
the applause if you have it on. Okay.
Oh,
Not that
okay, copy.
applause, just
No, you need the proper applause.
That
That little more like that little better.
no, it didn't sound. But that's all right.
Okay, well, we struggling. We struggle streaming over this motherfucker.
Right. Well, we can
Let's
make
see. All good, all good. We got Kimi Kali in the house. What up, Kimi?
Oh, what's up? What's up? Hey, P. Ronnie. Hey,
What's good? Also, happy Sunday. We got Tony D in the building. What up, T?
We are
What's
over
good,
here.
Leia?
Superior struggle streaming.
Struggling. Struggle streaming out this motherfucker.
That's all right.
It's
No,
all good though. We here. That's all.
that's all.
Good, ladies.
That's all that matters.
The last of the year. The last weeks of the year. Okay, we're gonna make it 2024, right?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, we struggle for a few more weeks and struggle into the new year.
We did it, y'all. 2020. We did.
Never go without fighting.
E money in the building, man. What's good?
E-Money, what's good?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
What up?
Yeah.
What up, Leia? You know what I'm saying? That year, the year from the IG post. Yo, Duke, go to the fucking Wendy's, man. You drop to the Wendy's, Duke.
I sent it to my sister. That thing was so hilarious. I had everybody in tears on that one. Thanks.
Oh man, that was crazy. That was real crazy. So salute to my man E Money 24 in the building. So let's get at it, man. Speaking of that, yeah, that shit crazy.
Laughing already.
It was yeah. I was thinking of oh man, I just got so much shit in the bag. Literally, not literally, figuratively, shit in the bag. Like a lot of skits. Yeah, we don't shit in the bag, but all right, let's see. So everybody good. Thanks for joining us, everybody out there. Let's start with oh man, we got a lot of stuff to cover, a lot going on. So we're gonna start off because I know y'all don't do as much social media as me. I gotta, it's my job in between to keep my eyes on the streets, see what's going on, right? So right here we have, let's see, let me set up. This was crazy when I saw it. We'll talk about this. We'll cover this first just to get warm, just to warm up a little bit. You know what I mean? Where's this John at? We're gonna warm it up a little bit with this right here.
I just have a quick
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I have a quick question. Okay, because you have us running along the bottom of the screen. Is there any way that you can put us
Yeah,
to
I'll be
the
switching it up.
Can you put us
To the
to the left?
left, you were saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
Like
because that
this, like the
yeah,
line, like you want to go back to the left line up, like this one.
yeah. Wait, where are you? Yes, because I can
Okay,
open it
you
up.
lit.
Yeah, better.
Turn your phone sideways.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, that's
Copy.
perfect.
Copy. All right, yep. So you lit. All right, let me try to find this shit. Where was we at? Where the fuck was this? This was crazy, man. Where this thing at? I just saw this thing here, man. I be doing too much and not enough all at the same time, right?
Yeah.
That's
Where
what
was
she
this shit
said.
at? That's what she. Oh man, hold on. Perfect timing. Here we go. So I don't know if this is the raw footage, but this shit right here, right? This was crazy. So you have this kid. Oh man, hold on. Let me try to find it before I think, because I don't want to hear this dialogue. This was crazy. No, I don't want this one. No, no, no.
We in trouble.
I
over
gassed
lack of-
everybody up, and I'm like, no, because this was crazy. This was the one where the kid was there's a little kid that's a YouTuber. What's this little nigga's name, man? Oh man, the little YouTube dude.
It's about 1 million of them.
He's a YouTube.
Right.
It's that one.
I know.
What?
This is this
The
one.
one.
It's this one right here. Hold on. I prefer. It's what's his name? Not little TJ. Little
He did not say anything.
little something. But basically, he was having an event, and his mom's was yeah, I know, it's like y'all niggas like, come on, man, come up with something, do something. So we're gonna say fuck
You wanna
that.
lay
We're gonna
this
throw
out,
that
we
one in the
just got
trash,
to you, this
and we're
one.
gonna move on to the next one. All right.
I now want to hear it. I'm invested.
We'll
What's going
double
on?
back. We'll double back to that. I don't even
Okay,
remember the nigga name, but like the one, like I had the clip, but what happened is this is somebody covering it that I'm not really you know what I'm saying? It was kind of crazy.
I'm gonna tell you like you told me about my fantasy football draft. Get your shit together, nigga.
Oh, here we go, right here. You know what? I got it right here. Nah, I got it right here. Yeah, get your shit together.
Yeah,
Nah, I got it right here. So
Kenny
take that.
Kelly
Take that,
over there
take that.
giving us some back
Hold on.
rub. Tony
all
T
right,
just
let's go.
chilling. Like, we ready.
All right, so we lit. We lit.
Okay.
We lit then. So let's roll this beautiful beam footage and stop fucking around. Y'all get your shit together.
Since he was a kid, now
Oh, bitch,
Make-
stood him up.
good young man at that. The only issue is his mother doesn't seem to be on par with him.
I remember
He's a
this.
young man that looks like he's living with the mother, and the father is not in his life. And like many young men in the black community, we love our mother. And he's not only a kid that loves his mom, he loves people in general. He wants to help people
Fair use,
out.
motherfucker. Fair
And
use.
clips like this really tell the story of how great of a young man he is.
Good morning, Lil James team. It's Motivational Monday, and I got something so simple to tell y'all today. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. Hey, let them talk. Hey, nah, for real, on the real note, y'all. When they talk and that's called haters. If they talk behind your back and if they pillow talking about you, just let them talk. As long as they ain't physically putting their hands on you, let them talk. Because guess what? They just worry about what you're doing, and they worry about that one day you're gonna make it big.
He made it big.
As
All
the
right.
old saying goes, you can only help those who want to be helped. Rewind, Demo.
Oh
There was a
man.
situation a few days ago where little James and his mother happened to be at some level of a banquet or a wedding or something like that. And so his mother started doing what a lot of ladies do when the music comes on. Booty clapping sounds.
Oh
She started twerking, and boy, was that behind jiggling. It was jiggling. And you know, if you're anybody who would see that
I don't know if he
jiggling
shows
like
it or
that,
not.
you would do what anybody else would do if they're smart. That's get behind it. Now stop the show. Unfortunately, we can't show the twerking
Oh
right
man.
now on YouTube because laws are
Trash.
a little bit different now, but I'm pretty sure you can go find the clip on your own. So
I'ma find
anyways,
it.
while she's twerking it up, little
Alright.
James
No, that's whack.
acknowledges and he recognizes that his mother is twerking it up. So what does he do? Well, he does what anybody would do when they're a kid. He
The nigga
attacks
was
the guy
twerking.
for
Homie was
dancing like
twerking
that
on his
on
mom's
his mother.
ass.
And
was
he has an
riding his
attitude
mom's
with the
booty. He
man
got pissed.
who is dancing with his mother.
That's
And
the
that
moms
might
with the
not
green
be a problem for you,
right
but it is
here.
it's a problem for other people. And I want to give a shout out to Uncle Willie D, who talked about this same thing on his video on the subject.
All they care about is what they want at that moment, how they feel. So we got
Willie D is whack, by the way.
McQuail. She is the mother of 10-year-old Lil James Tucker.
So here she go, right? She looked nice, dressed up. Homeboy got the tux. He looked, happy, joyous event. You know what I mean? He's a YouTuber. And oh man. She decides to start twerking at the table. And the dude with the red tuxedo on jumped on that ass and started riding it. So little man came in with the shoulder block. Knocked the dude out the way. I'm sorry that they I thought he was gonna show the footage, but he didn't. But it was
They
crazy.
were at this bad kid.
So this is a still right there.
Event.
So mom's has been over.
Supposedly this went down.
Where was that? So you only get a still shot. Unfortunately, I'm cheating y'all at a goodie. But you see this right here with the green for those that didn't see the video. So she decided to start busting it open, and he jump on it, and he got the camera. He's selfieing himself on. Yeah, you can play it. Yeah. Pass the video. So he's twerking. He jumped on that ass. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me go back to the studio. All right, share.
I know you want to show
me.
Wait, what? What did you
say?
Add to the stage.
Y'all ready?
Here we go. So here you go right here. Here you go. This is the nigga mom's. Look at this nigga. Yo. Give a round of applause to that young man.
Right. Get him, dang. Get him, dang.
He like, it's me. He like, I don't give a fuck. That's my mama. He like, it's me, bro. He like, I don't give a fuck. Very embarrassing. And he got upset, started to, he was very upset about that shit. And he like, get out of here, man. He tried to give him 5. He said, get out of here, man.
Get up off my mind.
And he started to cry. The boy was humiliated.
No.
Thank you, Tony D. Thank you for that footage right there.
Aww.
So let's talk about this, man. Mom Dukes, who's actually, obviously she's in her 30s, grown-ass woman. Still thought, was that appropriate of this young lady to be busting it open, working that ass in a so-called classy event?
I got time.
OG Classic Jones in the building. What's good? What do you think, Kimmy? Take the floor first on this. What do you think?
See, this is the thing. If she was out with her homegirls, busted all the wide open. We as parents, we embarrass the shit out of our kids. But have some respect as his mother and as a female to where you would not be doing that in front of your son. That is just like stupid. Because it's just like, oh my God. If other people are losing respect for you, don't you think your son might lose respect for you too? Like, get your hands off my mama. Get your hand out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get your hand off my wallet.
Right. Get out my mama. Yeah, that's so inappropriate. So inappropriate. No, so very inappropriate. I was grown and had gone out a couple of different times with my mom, and my mom is 30 years older than me. My mom wasn't busting it open. She did not bust it open. Now, if she did that when I wasn't there, then that's her business. But when I was with her, she wasn't out there busting it open because I would have been like, yo, mom, you don't sit your little ass down some damn way. But yeah, no, girlfriend is wrong. For real. Straight up. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Do I think that's what she did was right? No. She should not be twerking in front of her child.
No.
I had a similar story where you said Kimmy Kelly, like me and my mom, we all used to hang out together when I got old enough to hang out with my mom. You know, you take that obligation, you want to hang out with your parent, right? Those who are lucky enough who can hang out with their parent, you try to. And there's just certain things I wouldn't do. I'm not taking her to certain clubs. She know I'm in these clubs, but I'm not taking her to these clubs. Like when we hanging out, I don't want to show her that. I know she knows that's part of me, but then that's not what I'm giving her. And
Right.
the same, I know my mom is, from the street. So like she did her thing being, who she was.
Pause. Mhm.
Oh yeah, sorry. Not from the streets. I mean like a DJ
Yeah, this is
from the hood. From the hood. Okay. She's straight up south side all the way. Like
Please represent.
so yeah, I mean
Well, most black people, mama, from the hood, because we from the hood, most of us. But I'm just saying, yeah,
thank you.
copy.
Yeah, sorry. So thank you. So no, not in front of your child. You could have sat that one out, lady. It wouldn't have killed you.
No, it wouldn't have.
Sorry.
This was me. I'm sorry, but this what kills me, right? Y'all picked the wrong time to do that. Oh, like, like nigga want to go to restaurant. Next thing you know, they like standing on couches, twerking.
Right.
That's true too. That is so
The
true.
wrong place to do this all the time.
Yeah.
Tony D, what you think, man?
I just saw your message, T-Ron. You good?
Yeah, I'm better. I was dying back here. I'm like listening to the video and I'm like choking and
Tell y'all something, man.
whole event over here. But
I've been seen as lame for trying to get with women and not doing crazy shit in front of their kids. That little boy did everything most kids want to do when they see their parent doing dumb shit. They go for the male and the female. Let me go ahead and tell y'all straight up.
Yeah.
Moms, all you women, and we talked about this before. Y'all got to stop doing this shit in front of y'all kids. When your kids do it, you want to be all mad and embarrassed. Where the hell you think they got that shit from?
They
Look
get
at
your mama.
not only how you dress, but how you act. Did y'all see that shit?
Yeah.
She up in there looking like she manhunt. You could be sexy. You can be a diva. You can want to show off your improvements and all of your accentuations and contours and all that. I get all that. But when your kids are embarrassed, is it going to hit your ass? Is it going to hit you in the head? No, I know, class. You don't want to try and correct your mama because your mama looks like, boy, sit down. I'm grown. You don't tell me what to do. I got it. But when the little boy is over there, he's sitting there all hurt and emotional. How you going to feel? Your child is embarrassed by your actions. That's the last thing you ever want. Ever. Even when I would date women with kids, I tell women all the time, your kids are going to see you in two different ways when you're around me, as a woman and as their mother. They're not going to see you as some slut. They're not going to see you as some tramp. They're not going to see you as some whore. They're not going to see you doing all this other crazy shit. They're going to see you trying to take care of stuff, and they're going to see you as somebody who's responsible, making sure you look grown and that I got your help. I mean, that you got my help if you need help with them. They don't need to see you as some sex fantasy or somebody on a damn flick. That's why half of y'all scared of that Freaknik movie when it come out, because your ass was in it.
Oh God, there we go.
I said all that shit. You can't do that. Y'all got to stop acting showing public. And then stop doing shit and getting video recorded, because y'all saw Kim Kardashian was all shook up earlier this year, late last year, when that video got out and Kanye had to go get it. It was all over the damn news. Y'all better stop playing out here for real. You don't want your kids embarrassed by your actions. Trust me, my sons get on me because I'm on the internet too damn much. I said, I'm behaving. Hell, I'm dressed.
Right.
I'm talking some sense.
Right.
Y'all get mad at these other knuckleheads up here.
This sense that you're talking is saying that these parents, as a parent, you don't want your kid to be mad at you for stuff that you did. But
people want to be themselves.
Sense.
Yeah, you want to be yourself, but you got to realize that who you are isn't necessarily your own perception of you. Because when you got children, you're a parent.
Yes.
The game changes once you become a parent. Fuck what y'all heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
The game changes. Women should see men different and vice versa. Men should different. I see women different after they have a baby. I can't necessarily see you as just 6 out. Even I've been guilty as a motherfucker of doing it, but I changed my mentality once I realized you were a parent with kids.
Oh, you gotta try. You gotta try it out.
Yeah. You'll change my mentality by how you act and how much you tell me. Don't worry about this. Don't worry. But I got that. But y'all can't be out here doing this shit. That little boy was embarrassed as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody had his back. That's the fucked up part. Nobody was like, "Yeah, little man, you
started tearing up." That was some bullshit.
We all just sat there and looked like, That's a bad sign of society right there. You want people to over-sexualize themselves and not respect themselves. You want people to have fun and not give a damn how you look. You got to be careful of that shit.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. Anything Genesis fuck to a parent and trying to be a friend. I got you, class. I know what it is, but
But
you know
that,
what?
but
Go ahead.
also the other thing, though, that's wrong with the society is the fact that you can't say anything to anybody, whether male or female, grown, adult, child, or whatever, about anything.
You cannot.
It used to be to the point where you could be like, hey, you might want to slow that down and you might want to chill out a little bit, simmer that down. So you can't say nothing to nobody because it's guns and stuff coming out and they trying to kill you, shoot you, stab you just because you said, hey, simmer down now.
You can't give good advice anymore. It ain't free.
No, you
Good
cannot.
advice used to be for free.
Yeah, you cannot. No, you
But you know
cannot.
what? To be exact, see, there's still some type of respect amongst men in the street. And I mean like grown ass men. So usually like this doesn't apply to men because men are not twerking in restaurants and shit like that. But like,
Some of
to
them
an
are.
extent. Nowadays it's a little, to intervene or to even, to be like, hey, chill, chill, chill. In certain situations to kind of be like, you know what I mean? To kind of tell a stranger like relax or something like that. But remember, this was a school event. Was it a school event or something like that? Because there was some other little kid. There were also kids there. So her son was not the only kid there. Because they were showing pictures of the little boy and his little girlfriend that he posted on social media at that same event. So in that particular instance, it was an event where there were children. So those were parents pretty much, so you definitely can't tell no sister nothing, not no stranger, because that turns you're gonna get cussed out. Who the fuck are you? And you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the sisters, and the woman is not gonna correct another because you're just inviting yourself to get cursed out because people already, if you're already acting like that, right?
Exactly. Already done.
You already
Yeah.
know you already raggedy as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You raggedy as fuck already. So yeah, that shit is crazy. OG says, anything after Gen X is fucked up with parenting trying to be friends with their children and shit. Facts.
Facts.
Take this into consideration before you slide on to the next topic, right? Onto the next joint. Take this into fact. When would you ever have thought in your lifetime that you would see grown-ups trying to be children or acting like children opposed to children? Remember that when we was young, the children, we wanted to be grown-ups.
Right.
Now the grown-ups want to be children. They were like, you see 50-year-old grandmother still want to do the twerking and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like even grandma trying to thought it out. Like and she 54. She 60. And she like, look. So
Wow.
like we wilding right now. You know what I'm saying? We wilding right now. Like niggas is moving backwards. You
gotta
know, it's like hustling backwards. Like we came so far, right? Because when you look at the old pictures real quick on this last note, you look at the old pictures, folks, Negroes was wearing suits and shit. People was, you know what I mean? Folks was in suits as daily. You wearing a suit and a dress shirt every day. That's regular clothes for folks. And now the new uniform is either some thought shit with your ass out, cheeks out, or even the young man got their ass out too. A pause on that right there. That's nasty as fuck. They don't even know that's the homosexual calling call in prison. That means you're available. But they doing shit that they don't even realize that what that really means. So these little boys are running around with their pants underneath their rear end
They know
on
what it
public
means.
streets.
They know what it
So
means.
I don't know. I
They
don't
don't.
know. I'm not asking them their sexual preferences either while they doing it. But
I
like,
ain't
yeah,
about that.
it is what it is. But
That
I digress.
I
Whatever.
ain't
You
about
know what
that
I'm
life.
saying? Y'all little
Pull your
niggas out there,
pants up.
put some pants. Put your
Pull your
pants up,
pants
man.
up
Cut
and
that
know how to
shit
act
out.
around your kids. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
yeah. Act
Yeah,
like you
pull the pants up, man. Yeah, you don't want to send the wrong message. If that's not what your intent is, don't send the wrong message.
But it's the
So
style
let's
now
get into this next one right here. This is kind of crazy,
that way.
right? I don't know if you're with the pants you talking. They've been doing that for years now. I was hoping that thing would go out of style at some point, but it seemed to not.
Make
It seems to
jeans
be
like that. That's the style.
that
They
trend is sticking around for way too long.
Way too long. Way
Huh?
too long.
there. Yes, I agree. They literally making. They got jeggings from
Yeah.
that
That's
And it ain't about being gay either. You can be heterosexual. It's just a style now. It's jeggings for men. I don't know if you know
I
what jeggings.
understand, but I'm just talking about how the style. I don't care. It's obviously something where somebody's booty's out, but
Right.
I'm just saying what I'm saying is how the style, what it originated from,
Where?
right?
Yes.
So everything has an origin. Okay. So whether they turn it into a fashion statement or not, or whatever, we're letting you know. If you go to the pen and you got them joints on, even though they issue you, you get some issues, some jail clothes, but when you're walking around with your jail jegging on, or whatever the fuck you call it, what you call it, jegging, you put your jail jegging on and you dress like that, you're gonna get a lot of attention.
Is it on?
You're gonna get the attention you was looking for, I would assume.
Is it
But
on?
let's go to the next
Yes.
yeah. It's fucking jag. Oh man, they actually made a name for this shit. Get the fuck out
Jeggings.
of here. That's crazy.
It wasn't
That's
a
so
name
crazy.
for them. It was like
Isn't that made? Isn't that for women?
yes.
I've heard that before. That's what
Yes.
you're talking about? I've heard, yeah.
Yes.
So they're wearing women's pants, this is what you're saying.
So they originally it started
Clarify this real quick.
Jeggings are
Yes, for women, because I didn't know that's what
it started out as cross, right? Because remember, jeans were made for men, not women, right?
Okay.
Jeans were made for men. So now you have
were they?
Yes. And then you have
Cowboys.
yes. And then you have like jeggings. Jeggings are the
Okay.
cross between leggings and jeans. And that's like in the 80s that
I don't know
became
if it's just me, but okay.
Can you
Yeah,
hear?
there's a delay. There's a delay.
Oh, is it
All
better?
right.
I don't know.
No, it's
I'm-
between all of us. We good. We
Yeah,
good.
it's a
between
delay.
all
It's a
of us.
delay on my behalf, maybe. I'm not sure.
No, it's happening
But
on my
ultimately, the don't wear no jeggings around me, nigga. That's all I'm saying. For anybody out there listening, keep your jeggings to yourself. I don't know.
True.
We may be having some technical difficulties because it seems a little joggy. I mean, not joggy, laggy, lagged, delayed. We getting a delay here?
Who's delayed? Who's delayed? Are
See,
we
we getting a delay here. The StreamYard is really I don't know. I'm not gonna blame the StreamYard.
It ain't just stream, y'all. It's the internet. Everybody's going through it.
I think we're losing it here. As long as you guys can hear each other, fuck it,
Right. We can hear each other fine.
Yeah, I can hear him. Yes.
Wow. Very interesting, people.
Jeggings. No.
Oh man.
Don't be surprised. You see them in the store. They all over the place now. Jeggings for men. It's because you can't segregate the man versus the woman, right?
Not anymore, especially on clothes, or he just dropped out. There's a lag, and everybody has it on every platform. I've seen it on more than one. So it's not just him, it's not anybody up there specifically, it's the internet entirely. That's why I'm like, just go with it. We'll do ours, just keep it going. That would be what I would suggest, but it's happening to everybody. And we are talking all over each other. We don't even realize it.
I'm back in the game.
Nobody's
Yeah,
fault.
it was
StreamYard.
Yeah, we keep rocking and rolling. So yeah, if it kicks me out again, or just same shit on both ends, just pull back up. Damn, I gotta set the whole stage again. Yeah. I gotta set the stage again. Hold on. Yeah. So hold on. Let me
just roll with it. You good?
Yeah, we keep rolling. We keep rocking and rolling. So let's see what else we got. Hold on, let me pull up a fair use sign again. I just gotta set the table again real quick. While we out this motherfucker right here.
Was that the video you wanted to
sign at here? Yeah, that's what I wanted to. Yeah, but I had I was scrolling across it and I came across the story, but I was looking for the raw footage. But I wasn't sure if when they were covering the article, I thought they were gonna play the actual tape. So good looking out, Tony D.
Looking out,
Tony.
That,
having that jump.
version.
Having that jump. Let me see. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Fair use right here.
How
Okay.
did you find it so fast?
All right.
You've seen it all week.
Let's try.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy shit. Let's see what else we got here.
Standing in the wrong.
This is crazy. So, oh man, damn. I don't know which. This is kind of crazy too. Let's go with this right here because this is serious, and then we'll get back to some goofy shit. This is serious right here.
Okay.
This is some real weird shit. I'm not sure if you saw this, but we're gonna go into it real quick. Hang on, we're gonna open this up. Oh wait a minute, let me close this down for 1 second here. Let me set the present up like this. We're gonna share it. This shit was crazy, man. So let's dive into this real quick. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna have to break it up in between for fair use purposes. Salute the Pink Book Lessons. This is something that I actually saw in a few different things, but this is pretty good coverage of this. I'm hoping she has the footage also, but I'll be looking into typing it up as we go. So let's check this shit out.
Seen this.
It's crazy shit. Wow.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, that's gasoline.
A woman was caught on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta in front of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s childhood home. She was about to burn the house down and would have been successful if it weren't for 4 out-of-towners, 2 retired NYPD officers, and 2 men from Utah. Who is this woman and what is her problem with MLK? I'm going to get into that along with details about the house and the legacy this woman was about to destroy. But first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Everyone watching right now, drop MLK below in the comments.
This morning, we're getting a look at new body cam video from Atlanta police showing the moments they arrested a woman accused of trying to burn down the historic birth home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. For the first time, we are also hearing from 2 retired New York police officers who jumped in to stop her and save the home. 11 Alive's John Sherrick also spoke with the National Park Service about reevaluating security there to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Atlanta police video from Thursday night showing the tourists who were surrounding the woman they had detained because of what they'd seen her do minutes earlier. Video shows the woman pouring gasoline on the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr., then getting a lighter. Now the tourists were helping police handcuff her in front of the house. Among them, 2 retired New York City police officers. They tell me they had chased her down the street when she tried to get away. Kenny Dodson on the left and his brother Axel Dodson now back home in New York.
And apprehended her, walked her back to the scene.
Then later, they say, it hit them.
Well, the significance of it, with the whole thing being that it's MLK's home, and for something like that to possibly happen to his home, to lose something like that, historical location, that's why it really hit us.
The same for Zach Kempf, the tourist from Utah who recorded this video. When Kempf and his coworker realized what the woman was doing, they intervened to stop her, as Kempf told us Thursday night.
She would have just gone up and started a fire.
Now the superintendent of the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historical Park, Judy Forte, says everyone is evaluating how to increase security at the home and hoping they don't have to install a fence.
But if we do have to put a level of protection, like some type of barricade around the home, we would certainly consider that as well.
For now, Martin Luther King III, grateful beyond words to those from Utah and from New York City for saving this national landmark.
Personally, I want to say thank you. And it means so much to the nation that you chose to engage and avert what could have been a major catastrophe. We are eternally grateful.
These good Samaritans nearly speechless.
Very welcome to him and to the city and to the entire nation, really.
In Atlanta, John Shearer, Live News.
Here at 11 Alive, we work to be as transparent as possible to earn and keep your trust. So we wanted to share that we have made the decision not to identify the woman in this case, either on air or online. That decision was made as we await more information from police after the woman reportedly underwent an evaluation at Grady Detention, and also because the charges against criteria for identifying her.
Can you? Yes.
The news station in Atlanta, 11 Alive, decided that this woman shouldn't be identified.
What were you saying? Go ahead.
I was asking if you could pause it here. The reason why I actually, because I had seen this before, so like I've been following this
Go
story a
ahead.
bit. And you know, it's funny because in the beginning they did not show
Okay, so let's take it from there.
none of the
Mhm.
news show the person's face. So back in my head, the whole time I was like, "This is a white lady. This is a white lady." Yes. Remember, the whole news they never showed the lady, so they just showed like they never show her face, and then she had like a hat or something to cover up. So you really didn't see her hand; you just saw her throwing gasoline. And so I said, "Look at this white lady trying to burn up this house." Right? That's so crazy. And it turned out to be, I was like, when I saw the news later, it was on black. I was like, what the hell? But go ahead. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, white ladies.
Oh man, you had all that smoke for no reason. Oh man.
Sorry. Every
Salute to
lie.
that though.
It will look so different from
Like
them.
my bad.
I'm sorry, Karen.
Jennifer.
My bad.
So okay, I'm sorry.
So let's take it from here. Let's take it from here. No, let's talk about this. I mean, let's you know what? Let's give it a little more play and see if she gets any background information on the alleged assailant.
It don't matter. The fact that she was
Okay.
black is doggone need.
Which is crazy, but hey man, some of my best friends are black. Okay.
Identified. Now,
some of my relatives are black.
Out of all the crime that happens every
Pretty much all of mine, but don't tell nobody.
day in Atlanta, a lot of the crime also by people who lost their minds, because half the stuff these folks are doing today is just bizarre. But since when did a criminal possibly having mental issues allow them to not be identified to the public? Almost every criminal can be diagnosed with some form of mental disorder if evaluated, from PTSD, anxiety, and depression to schizophrenia and bipolar. Oh yeah, and I can't forget their favorite one they like to call everybody these days on the internet. All the modern day men are supposedly narcissistic. NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, is also a mental health condition. Yep. So if you let social media tell it, almost everybody in the news is a mental health case because they all have some sort of disorder. So why is this one being treated differently?
Because it's a woman.
Because they know they gonna whoop
the
her
suspect
ass.
is Anisha Henderson. She's
Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
And for those that were trying to hide the identity, gotcha. Okay, let's continue.
That's like my cousin.
26 years old. I'll get into more details about her later.
Why she got them two little antlers like a little roach antennas on her joint? That looks crazy. When did that start? When did that become the style? The two little roach braids in the front.
Man,
crazy how these situations are never linked back to these online injuries.
It started out as a work trip to Atlanta, Georgia for Zach Kemp.
We realized Martin Luther King's birthplace was there. And so we were, back and forth and said, well, let's go to Martin Luther King's birthplace.
Turning into so much more in just a matter of minutes, shortly after 5:30 Thursday night.
Well, a woman came up behind me and there's a little sidewalk in front of the bushes to the left.
Oh my
And
God.
she was standing there and had this big 5-gallon gas can.
This is video.
It's broad daylight. You know this bitch crazy. It's fucking daytime.
She don't care.
I'm not trying to tell stupid people when to do stupid shit.
How long ago was this?
It's last
man.
Last week, last
Kemp
2
took
weeks.
from his phone.
What are you doing?
Like last week, some shit, right? 2 weeks
Uh-huh.
ago, maybe.
Yeah, no. Winter's coming. She needed some place to stay.
So she burns the home so she can stay.
And look at her. Look, she turned around like busted, bitch. She turned around, white guy with the phone. Hey, gotcha. And this bitch like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going now. Like, fuck it.
The woman pouring gasoline on the front porch of the historic home. Kemp says he kept filming, as he says the woman went to the other side of the home and back.
And then she came past me, and I didn't notice that there was a lighter in the grass too. She grabbed the lighter and then turned around to come back up the porch.
He told Fox 13 News while calling 911 he also blocked the entrance to the porch. Other Good Samaritans nearby jumped in to help, including, Kemp says, 2 men who were police officers from New York.
Yes.
Got this bitch hemmed on the street.
She don't know
She ain't
different.
even got no fucking shoes on. This is crazy. All that gas that she was spilling around and got all on her socks. This bitch was about to set herself on fire too. This is crazy. This is totally crazy.
Who were in town visiting family.
Why when black people gonna go do some dumb shit, they gotta dress in all black?
Because we black
I'm
like
just saying.
And that's why he's putting you in a position. In which
One of them seen here, helping keep the suspect restrained until officers with the Atlanta Police Department arrived.
The detectives, then arson, then Homeland Security, then the Parks Police, then the, eventually the chief came because it was such a big deal.
Okay, do they explain why?
This is crazy.
Because I would love to know
This is
why.
totally crazy.
The woman was arrested and now faces charges, including it.
I would like to
I
know
don't
why
know.
she.
This is the first time I'm seeing. This is the first. I only saw the raw footage before, but maybe
Okay,
she'll
yeah.
say, "Let's check it out."
Attempted arson.
Park superintendent who got there a little later was standing next to me and was on the phone and whispered that he was on the phone with Dr. King's daughter, which was like a little bit surreal,
Oh shit! And some of my best friends are black. And oh shit! Do I get a Negro card now? Can I come through the fucking hood and buy my drugs now?
She was just worried about the house.
The Martin Luther King Jr. Center releasing this statement on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying in part, thanks to the brave intervention of Good Samaritans and the quick response of law enforcement.
Pay attention to the people around you and how they're doing and what's happening to stop something bad from happening.
Now that he's back home and reflecting on what took place, Kemp told me he would like to return to Atlanta and actually tour MLK's birth home, adding that he's glad that it's still there. In Taylorsville, Chris Arnold, Fox 13 News, Utah.
I mean, really, shout out to those men from New York and Utah who stepped in and stopped her from destroying Dr. King's legacy. They jumped into action. They really saved the day. One of them caught all of this on video and called
That's fucking
911.
crazy.
They got involved instantly.
Yo, all right. I can't. Let's dive into this shit again.
Okay, did they
One,
say
two,
how
one,
old?
two. Unmute the joint, man.
26.
What are we doing here?
How old
Was
she is?
this borderline
No.
insane?
What was the question?
How old?
26
did they
years
say-
old.
No, I
No,
said
no.
the men, not the girl. The men. How old were the men?
Okay,
They were
let's see.
retired. 2 black guys were retired police officers, so I guess old enough to be retired. So that's at least 20 years on the force. So say in 40s and 50s, I would assume maybe. I don't know about the white guy that videotaped her and blocked the entrance.
They were
Why?
older to where they saw something, so they said something, and that's one of the biggest things. That's the
Grown
problem.
men. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like good and grown, but these younger folks and whatnot these days, they oh God, Lord Jesus, they don't have their head screwed on tight.
Yeah.
And it's something like this, or even something like personally within a family or something. That whole thing of what goes on in this house stays in the house, the worst thing that could have ever been said by anybody.
Yeah.
But you have to look and realize, though, even though we don't know the reason why, homegirl literally may need a place to stay. So she's going to do something to get herself arrested so she can have 3 hots in a cot. It's getting cold. Think about that.
Man,
I'm so serious.
I don't
though,
know.
because people have done that.
She looked crazy, but she could do other shit. She could have done other things. She could have thrown her ID away and said me no speaking English and got a $6,000 a month credit card and pretended she was an illegal that snuck across the border. There were plenty of different fucking things she could have done
She could have
instead
done
of burning down a fucking house. This is retarded. That makes no sense because she could have burned any fucking house down. She could have done. She could have. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
No,
Like,
see, he
I
could
don't
have
know, man. She could have sent me no
out,
speaking English
but
and got
gonna
a
get
fucking scooter and everything. So I'm not buying that.
no, but think about it though. It's Dr. Martin Luther King's house, right? That means she may
Okay.
get even longer time. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, obviously.
Yes.
However, this is what's wrong with black folks today. We always trying to pull each other down by any means necessary. She had ulterior motives on her plan. She was gonna burn the house down, but she, like I said, I think she still want 3 hots and a cut. Either that or she was way off her meds.
So
Somebody may pay to do it also. She could have been paid to do it. It's a
Yeah.
bunch of shit. The story will come out when she squeals, I guess after the interrogation and all that other shit. Maybe we'll get a little more information on this on the suspect,
That
you know.
So apparently, so
Uh
what they have out now for her is that she is a U.S. Navy veteran who was in service for 4 years.
crazy as a motherfucker.
She
Oh shit. See that?
earned medals for good conduct along with other accolades. Her father told a TV news station that his daughter was suffering from a mental health episode. And he added that they've been trying to find her for 2 days before she was detained for attempting to burn down the historical home. Her last Facebook post
Oh shit.
on December 7th showed a series of slides, including a judgment tarot card with an image of Donald Trump perched on top of the world. Shortly after the incident, yada yada. So maybe she's, if she tried to burn the home or let's just say Kimmy Kelly, right? Like, let's just say she's trying to burn a home to find,
I can tell you.
right? Like, hold on. Let me finish. There's 2 homes next close vicinity that I'm sure are not what do you call it, landmarks. People probably live in those homes. She would have burned those homes down. And why not burn? It's Atlanta. There's plenty of shit like how do you call it, slave master homes still available that she could have burned down if you wanted to burn down the home, right?
Yeah.
Why not burn down a slave master's home or something of significance? That's how I felt. Like, why had to be that home? I mean,
because it was of significance though.
It was or wasn't?
Exactly.
No,
But
it was
I got another idea.
because it's Dr. Martin Luther King's birthplace, right?
Obviously it was.
That's of significance.
The
But whatever,
landmark. It's designated as a landmark. Landmark.
and whatever it
So-
is, that something happened to her in the Navy that probably caused mental breakdown, whatever it is she got going on in her head mentally. Something could have happened to her there, or something could have happened to her after she got out of there. Maybe she saw some things that, you know what I'm saying, totally destroyed her brain or something. There's no telling. There's so many different avenues that we could take trying to figure out what the whole cause of this whole
Just one.
thing, but it's just like, this is sad. This is really sad. And I don't know if she was, like I said, she could have been off her meds. And if she wasn't off her meds, maybe she needed to be on some meds. I'm just saying. I ain't no expert.
Tony D,
Why,
Tony D, what you think?
why that house is all? That's where I'm at. Why that house?
but that's what I was saying too. I was like, why, if you're gonna burn a house down, you picked that house for a reason? Like, so your whole thing was to burn MLK house. Why not burn a house that had slave owners in it? They have plantations still existing with chains still in them in Atlanta, in Georgia.
Maybe she didn't know the address.
Yeah, okay.
There's got to be more to this. This isn't doesn't make any sense to me. It's gotta be-
These girls out here having weddings in them, so they're out there. They know where they are. Those are
If that was her agenda, maybe that wasn't what she was thinking. Oh, I know where the birthplace.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I know where the birthplace is. I don't know where the master slave homes are, but I know where the birthplace is. And maybe because she saw the Donald Trump perching on the world or something, maybe she was trying to be on Donald Trump's side and say, okay, let's just, destroy all the black folks things. And Martin Luther King, he helped, freedom ring and all that. And okay, you know what? I'm gonna follow Donald Trump. And there's so many different ways that could have been coming out of old girl's head. It's gonna be interesting to see exactly why she did that, though.
That's all I'm waiting on. I can't run nothing off of this. You try to burn the house down. You had a gas can in front of somebody's house in broad damn daylight. Women, what's wrong with you? I don't care if you were in the Navy. There ain't nothing wrong with your ass. You know what MLK is, especially if you was in the damn military.
Let me drop something on you guys real quick.
Oh.
This has MK Ultra. This has MK Ultra programming. Basically, in layman's term, this has Manchurian Candidate written all over it. Okay,
I'll give you that.
Take a second and think. Ex-military, right? Went missing for 2 days. Her family's looking for her, and then all of a sudden she pops up and does some crazy shit like this. And then when the police officer is holding her, time out. Could I just I'll let y'all get get it in for a second. Let me just before so this has MK Ultra written all over it. I know this may be a little complicated and it may go over a lot of folks' heads. They may not understand how this works. But yeah. For those that don't understand, I'm not gonna go into it because this but this has Manchurian Candidate written all over it. Go ahead, T. Ronnie. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, well, she did a bad job. She got caught on camera. You gotta be better than that. Yeah, you gotta be slicker than that, right?
Well, they don't care if you get caught or not.
That's true. That is
Well,
true.
she should have if she would have had the lighter in her pocket like she was supposed to before while this dickhead is busy videotaping her when they should have went over there and tackled the bitch. Fucking cowards. They're sitting there videotaping her. Dude, if the lighter wasn't in the grass, you see the lighter was identified over there in the grass. If she would have had the lighter in her pocket like she should have, she could have set herself and the house on fire while these idiots stand there and videotaped it, basically.
They didn't move the lighter.
Right?
Just like, oh, she left the lighter here.
No, she didn't do it properly, is what I'm saying. She did not do it properly. The lighter was sitting on the grass. She couldn't carry both things at one time, obviously. She needs both hands to dump the gas. She's wearing tights that don't have a pocket. Okay, let's analyze what we saw. All right.
Jeggings.
She's on the ground. Yes. Looks like she has on some kind of tights. She has she has on tights. So it doesn't look like she has pockets, right? So she carried the lighter, obviously, and the jug of gas to the spot together, sat the lighter down, went to dump the gas. Before she can get back to the lighter is when the guy said he ran and blocked the staircase. Right before she can, because she jumped the gas. She's dumping the gas now. She figured she's gonna go away, right? Get the lighter and light it from a distance, right? That's what she's assuming.
Yes.
Like the bushes or something, light it and then run. That's what she's assuming. Okay. Right. But this has the point I'm trying to make is it has MK Ultra programming written all over it. She went missing for 2 days, pops up and does something crazy, outlandish like this. You understand? Oh no. Did you guys ever see the movie Manchurian Candidate where pretty much,
I read the book.
You're put under psychosis. You're put under a form of psychosis. And then when they say a key word, it makes you go into that character and into that person and go on some type of crazy mission and do something crazy.
Yeah.
And then when you get busted, you snap out of it and you have no fucking clue what the fuck happened, why you were there,
Just like
what you
being
did, what. I mean, like I say, I'm just guessing. I'm guesstimating because I don't know what she said. Like I said, later on in this same exact skit we're watching, they may have she may have an explanation for it, but I don't know. But this is my guess without me knowing any information. This is very strange. Just the fact she was missing for 2 days before this, then pops up and does this is weird. Very strange. Ex-military as well.
I'm throwing it out the window.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Military ain't just stupid.
It's kind of weird, Well, military, you train, you have training.
Yeah,
A lot
but
of
you
these
don't do shit
people
in broad
are
daylight like this without some type of
connected.
coverage.
Wait, what was you saying,
Well,
Tony?
listen,
I didn't hear that last part.
What I was saying is nobody in the military would do something this stupid unless they knew you were doing something directly you were supposed to do. That's why you ain't worry about the consequences.
Which is where
This was not smart.
Meta World is
you're
saying that.
following a direct order.
Yes, this was not smart at all. No.
Or maybe it ain't nothing to do with the military. Maybe she is just plain crazy.
Yeah, that's why I threw the military.
Could be. Could be.
And you know what? The military probably like centered her. You know, some people, you know, if you are bipolar or whatever, and you have a job to do, you get focused and it actually helps you. So maybe she was always not well and she went to the military. It actually centered her. But then when she left, she had nothing else to do.
Right. Because she did her.
You can re-enlist if you want something to do. I know some people that did military for a career. It's called re-enlist, nigga. Okay,
Right.
I tried.
re-enlist. They don't kick you out. They don't say she was dishonorably discharged or anything. It's just re-enlist. Go back in. Yeah, they'll accept you. Yeah.
I'm like, nah, you can go home. She's like, no, but I want to come back. Then we're full.
We're good.
Niggas like, nah, I'm good. We good.
What is the
You
military?
see how she fucked this mission up? Who knows what else they fucked up? I don't know. That was a shabby attempt at whatever they were trying to do. That was suspect as fuck.
And they try to rent the house out or something like that, and they'd be like,
That was
"Oh,
just suspect. That had suspect shit written all over it.
And then it does. It does. There's this whole story. I can't wait for it to come out. Like more.
This is some bullshit, straight up. I don't know what's wrong with it.
What two?
Files on the straight up.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope something. I just really hope that she understands her significance in this, what she did too, because if it doesn't mentally get, like, she may not be charged. You know what I mean? Like, she committed the act, but she might not be charged because she's mentally
get locked up.
Maybe,
for attempted
maybe not.
All I say is all of that is just sus, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
It's sus, bro, or it's sus, bruh.
Sorry, white ladies. I really thought y'all had a hand in this. I knew that was Karen up there. I knew it. I was like seeing, because all you saw was the black and the whole thing. So I was like, okay, yeah, some white lady trying to bring this down.
That's what I said earlier. Get your hand out of my pocket. You know some black people that killed Malcolm X. Think about it.
What? You right?
So what is
Don't
this shit you gotta do?
My wallet. Don't touch my wallet. What's her name in? What's her name in, bro? I'm setting up the next stage right here. Check this one out. All right, so we're gonna go into the next one right here. This is it right here. She's the topic of the next thing that we're gonna cover.
Hoppo, who this woman?
Yeah, I was scrolling. I didn't know it was gonna show while I was scrolling it. I was trying to get past the intro, get right to the mix. No, go ahead, y'all. Y'all can finish thinking.
I
I
don't
was
know
trying to
the
cue
whole
it.
background of it. I just want to hear the story because I already, from the title alone, I have a million questions. Like,
All right, so let's check this shit out. So let's roll our beautiful beam footage. God damn it. Let's get it. Let's see.
Fashion, cooking, etc. But the number one industry I believe that get women paid in Black America, if they want to do it, is pretty much hate on Black men or hate on the Black community. It could be either or all at the same time. For example, let's look at Cynthia G. Cynthia G used to be a pro-Black, turned pro-sellout, and started hating on Black men and watched the money pile up. I'm not joking. Then there's Candace Owens, who was a liberal, a Democrat, even said that people were racist towards her, has lawsuits against white people, flipped the script, came over to the right. Now she hates on Black people all the time. But that's the trend. Black conservatives and people who want to say didn't do nothings, all of that can get you paid. But somebody was a little bit late to the party, and that person is Sharika Soul. Sharika Soul, remember I did a video about her just not too long ago. And she's a young lady who decided that she wanted to go over to the right. And while she went over to the right, she decided that she wanted to talk about her problems with African American men. And it's not really because she believed it. It's pretty much because she believed it would get her an audience. And still, it has not tried to get her into the fame that she wants. Because see, Sharika is seeking fame. She is the number one clout chaser in the world. You know, she's tried singing, she's tried acting, she's tried a whole bunch of different things, even YouTubing, to get to the point that she can get recognized. But stop the show. There was another thing that she tried. Booty clapping sounds. Yeah, ghetto gaggers. She went by the name of Miracle, and she starred in 14 videos with the name Miracle. And of course, she got her cheeks booty clapping sounds.
No, what?
But guess what? She wasn't even good enough to make it doing that. So she decided to do what all of them do when they can't make it at booty clapping sounds. Well, let's go ahead and go to the whites
This looks
and
real
go to the
ratchety.
right.
What's
And
that,
what kind of right did she go to? Well, the Gateway Pundit. That's a website that's pretty much, people will call it a fake news right conservative wing site. But then she also started another thing called divesteddiary.com, in which she urges black women to leave black men. But I want you to check out this clip here, right? You know, black men heard her online, heard what she had to say, and kind of found out she was
Oh,
full
man.
of SHIT. So then it came out that she had a half white kid. Now, when she had the half white kid, she came back with this.
This is for the black men that are harassing and threatening me because they found out I have a half white son. First of all, it's not that you're black that I didn't date you. It's that most of you speak to women like you're standing on a prison yard, and I don't find that attractive. Secondly, no one complains when black men date outside of their race and give their wealth to women outside of their race. But you have a problem when you see a black woman that has dated outside of their race. Is it because you're trying to convince us that we were undesirable when the fact is you're the one that's undesirable and you only have a certain amount of options and we figured it out?
Again, having the half white kid and hating on black men as if black men were the problem, right? But all black men got receipts. Now, remember when she was pregnant with that half white kid? Yeah, she forgot that. She talked about that on her YouTube channel. But don't worry, we know your baby daddy and who you're talking about because you put all this information. Let's play that clip and see what she thought of this white guy.
Well, anyway, well, my band's been doing good. We've been doing a lot of shows, and I've really been just focusing on my music and just like getting out there and like band practice and all that other good stuff. I haven't
This is crazy.
really been trying to be funny or anything lately, and I am 2 days away from being 12 weeks pregnant. Hey, what's up, people? Oh, I'm 13 weeks. And other than that, I'm having a little bit of baby mama drama, daddy drama. I know who he is, and he knows he's the father and everything. We just don't get along. He thinks I should give it up for adoption. Guess what, people? I am 21 weeks pregnant, almost 22, and that is the beginning of 6 months. The last video I made, I was 13 weeks. My baby daddy's still an asshole. In fact, his mother's an asshole too. And I'm really not like scared to put his name on blast. His name is Patrick Noonan. He has a MySpace. You guys should go type in the name Pat Noonan, Noonan, and cuss him out. Yeah.
Are you serious?
She said he got a nice.
So all those like single mothers out there that have to do.
Yeah, this is old. So I guess this is like 10. MySpace is what, 20 years ago, 15 years ago? Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is definitely old. Before she had the baby, she was saying, because I guess this is her documenting her pregnancy and her baby father's drama, baby daddy drama.
This shit, I didn't know it could be this hard. I didn't know, but it's okay. I have 3 shows coming up. So yes, I'm still doing music, still doing shows. However, I've decided to steer away from my band. I mean, I'm still gonna have my electric guitar, doing his little twinkle. But I just feel like I need to simplify my life now that my little boy is coming. Yes, it's a boy. Did I tell you that? Yeah, it's a boy. I've decided to name him Jacob Addison Stellar. I'm giving him my last name because I love him. I just signed a lease for a 2-bedroom, so I won't be in this fabulous 1-bedroom anymore. I'm gonna upgrade myself to a 2-bedroom. I am now 28 weeks pregnant.
All right, I'm getting tired of hearing her. Let's cut to the chase now. All right, so this is so now she's talking shit.
You just got tired?
That's like the main problem with the community is y'all literally minimize the actual destruction it's
No, I've been
caused
tired.
to have so many Black men walk out on their children. I know I see it way too much. It's too obvious that
So now she's talking about black men walking away from their children, right? But meanwhile, she has the baby daddy's white, and she goes through all of this bullshit on social media while she's pregnant, trashing the white guy. She doesn't even have a baby by a black guy. So why is she doing this? Right?
Because it gets used.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Because you get that bread. There you go. The money, man. Oprah Winfrey started this trend millions of years ago, back in the late 80s, mid 80s. She was actually mid 80s. Oh, man. Remember that, Oprah? Yeah. And throw the men under the bus tactics, get you paid in full. So that's trending right now. But the interesting part is, so we're going to cancel this now. I'm tired of hearing her. Right. But her excuse now is what she did. Because remember, she did, you can't say that word on YouTube. She did prawn, adult films, right? And now she's trying to come across giving tutorials on who's good and who's bad, who should be doing what, and all of this stuff. Like, she's made bad decisions, and now she's giving advice to folks. And it's kind of
But
crazy. What do you think about that?
she gonna have an audience. Somebody's always gonna now that she's hopped on the bandwagon of trashing race and gender, she's gonna have an audience and she's gonna get rich because that's right now, that's what sells. Race and gender sells.
Copy. The race wars and gender wars. That's what's popping right now, right?
Yes. It's
Makes
so
sense. Makes sense. And it's
What do you
crazy
guys-
because she the type of film she did, I don't know, y'all may not have heard it. It's called Ghetto Gaggers. Okay.
Oh, that was the
And
name
y'all
of the
must be
movie?
like, what is that? To the
That's okay. That was I didn't know
That's the
if
concept. Well, let me explain what Ghetto Gaggers is.
please.
Ghetto Gaggers, the concept is that it's like a few men of European descent actually assault you, SAU, make you vomit and all kind of create like it's really crazy. I saw yeah, it was really repulsive. Yeah.
Is it
It's
while they're
really crazy, like vomiting and all kind of
She didn't just do prawn. She did like really
yeah.
intense stuff.
but they make you throw up
Yeah, that's
blend?
like super hardcore. I guess it's some kind of
Smoke.
vomit, like while you're in the process, like they put something in your mouth so deep down your throat, and they kind of choke you with something. Cock. And yeah, it looks kind of it's really sick. It's crazy. So then it's something very sick. Like you be like, what the? You be like, what the is this? It's like a humiliation kind of thing. I like it's like some kind of sexual humiliation ritual kind of thing.
So wait,
Shit,
the name of that, whatever the name was, is specifically for European men.
that's what they do. No, it's them. They're the guys. So it's like they run it's
like
like
that's
2 or 3
sorry.
guys
Does it have to be
doing this to black girls. It's called ghetto. Yes, it's called ghetto gaggers because they're assuming that the black girls are from the ghetto. And the whole theme is they take black girls and they do this specifically with black girls. So it's called ghetto gaggers. So I guess that the girls are ghetto and they gag them with things to make them vomit.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
it's pretty repulsive seeing this. It's kind of sick. It's sick. I mean, like,
Is there
yeah, the shit is crazy. Like, and it's
I'm sorry.
abusive.
There is no kinda. That
Is
shit
there
is
like
Yeah, you check it
what,
out. You check it out.
what is the
You
white
go Google the shit and check it out your damn self.
what is the
What
European
they're doing is pretty
female?
much it's racist. It's racist sexual assault on video dubbed as pornography. God damn it! So
I
stop
get it.
asking this fucking crazy ass. Well, what, where, and why? Come on, God damn it! How many times I gotta spell it out without saying it? So now that
I
you
don't
made
She's
me
still
fucking
asking the
say
question.
it,
I don't
all right,
understand.
God
I
damn
need
it!
to know this.
No
and I
more
need to
fucking
know
what
that.
is it
No.
questions.
It
is
is
there
smut.
Good
It
lord.
is stuff. It is hardcore
but then you
porn.
don't
It is
answer
out
it.
of taste.
Question.
All
Tony,
bullshit.
do
Leave
they
that shit
have
alone.
one where they take the girls from the trailer homes
It's a
and
series. It's a series. It's a series. They do
what
whatever.
is
Whoever
it called?
volunteers
It's called
for
when
it gets
the
paid, and they
girls from
do
the
it.
trailer homes and the farms are what is that
Doesn't
one called?
matter where they're from. It does. I don't know about that. We're specifically sticking to what she did.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, let's stick with
Why are you
what this lady who's on here talking shit about black men did. With let's talk about her past right now. So this is my opportunity to put her under the bus for her dubious past. So yeah, that's what that's about. So yeah, kind of, yeah. So you can Google it and see, but
No
that's the
thanks.
concept of what it is. You can actually pull her name up.
Oh,
You
but
can do that actually. You can see it for yourself if you like. I don't think you want to see it though. It's not something. Yeah.
I'm straight.
His hand.
I didn't. Oh man.
Tony D.
Classic Jones says there are black on black one as well. Black on black one as well. Oh man. Yeah, that's
Oh my
crazy,
God.
man.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
why
and
but that's why
the
I'm asking
internet is forever. So once you do it,
from the trailer homes. What are they called?
I don't know. I don't know about all of that.
Hot
I don't know.
lizard.
I'm just specifically explaining
Tony D,
this.
what did you have to
We're not
say?
we're not reversing racism. We're not reversing the tables. We're talking about what this bitch did. All right. Let's stick with that.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Tony D. Let's keep her under the bus
I want to
while I
make sure
press
we're
the
not talking
gas.
all over
Go
each
ahead,
other. So
Tony
I take
D.
my time. But I
Yeah,
don't know why
is
people
it
think they're gonna
yeah,
make
go ahead.
movies doing sex with people and want somebody to want them and love them afterwards. Y'all women need to sit y'all asses down. Between this shit y'all describing up here and y'all fucking animals are sucking them on. I'm not messing with y'all, man. I sit in
What?
the house on purpose.
Wait,
And I'm gonna just
sorry.
keep it real.
What did you say, Tony D? Just now?
Let him
Rewind it.
talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Listen, these women up in here doing too much on film and on video for money. Too much. And then you want somebody to love you afterwards, talking about it was just a moment. Y'all get mad if y'all think we messing with somebody else. Then you're gonna go on video and do this other shit. I don't want to hear it. She up in here complaining somebody ain't shit. They probably saw the video and dumped your ass like Nas did Khalees. Y'all gotta stop this craziness for real.
That's the
Y'all
slow.
can't be doing this talking about somebody don't love you afterwards. Look at what you did. You won't even love us if you think we're doing something wrong. You turn all your emotions off, but then you're gonna do something on video and we're supposed to sit back and be like, so fuck out of here.
Hell no.
Nah,
That's called you
she gotta
have
come
no,
down off that craziness.
have
Several,
no
not just
nerve.
one, several. She had like 9
Yes.
videos, 9
She did a bunch of video, a bunch of
9
dudes. You
or
got
11.
sexually dominated by a bunch of folks for their fun and for their thrill, just for the moment. Y'all can't be doing that. Plain and simple. Half of what we used to do, we glad we ain't on video. Now y'all doing it on video and don't think nothing about it. Y'all gotta stop this craziness, man. Straight up. And don't watch them videos. T-Roni, I'm
No,
gonna help you out.
no.
I'm gonna help you out.
Nope.
Don't ask, don't look for none of them. You don't want to see it. If it ain't the Bang Brothers, don't go no deeper. I really do.
Boy, ain't nobody
Salute
going
to the
up there
Bang
that,
Brothers.
for that foolishness. We grown ass women. We ain't
You
got
don't
time
want
for
to
that.
see that. Well, I explained what it was. She was asking, so I was like, "Hey,
I'm
man,"
trying
I
to help
tried
her
to,
out. You still digging
give
deep,
a
but
brief
you
synopsis,
don't
but
want to
she
see half of
continued
that.
to ask questions. She kept asking questions and shit.
Because I want to know. I want to be informed. Why can't I be informed? I can ask questions. This is
No, we
Broad
got you.
Talk Radio, right?
We got you. You don't want to see this mess.
I
You do
can't
not
like
want to see
it's
this.
yeah.
But I want to know what I'm missing. Jeez.
You don't want to
I
see
want
this
you to
like you don't
Google
want
it.
to
You
see
got a
that
computer.
8
Google
millimeter
that
when
shit.
they
Open a
gave you.
window and Google it.
Trust
Hell no.
Roni,
I'm
Google it. You right there in front of a computer. Type it in.
You good on that,
Type
T-Roni?
it
You
in
don't
and take a look for
do all
me. You don't
yourself.
that.
need it.
It ain't that deep. It ain't.
Just from what my man said in the chat.
Keeping
That's
up to
enough
make
for
you
me.
vomit.
Matter of fact, there's a movie called 8 Millimeter with Nicolas Cage. Don't watch that movie either.
What's the other one you said, Tony D?
There's a movie called 8 Millimeter with Nicolas Cage. No, it wasn't
Oh,
8 Millimeter.
I
It was
see that
no
one.
Snake Eyes. I think it was
No,
8 Millimeter or Snake Eyes.
I did see that movie. It was so sad.
And
Well,
they're
watching
just
that one, you know.
those movies are just as bad, if not worse, than what you saw in that. So don't do this shit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
Appreciate it, classic. Let's go. Let's go. What's next?
The more you
bro?
say, the more not. She's typing it in. She's typing it in on the low right now, off the
Who?
scene. But
Who?
yeah, it says, is she the one that? Yeah, I'm joking. OG says, is she
It
the
is
one that did the
classic.
gangbang with
Ted
white
Hicks was
dude
good.
in rebel flag shirts? Maybe. Ted Hicks in the house.
OG
Salute
classic.
to
You
you.
describing the film
OG says 8 millimeter is fucked up.
It is.
was.
It is 100%. I watched it once. I'll never watch it again.
He's asking about it.
I
8
did see that.
millimeter. He said 8 millimeter is fucked up. Ted Hicks says T. Roney in the house. He says, shout out to Kimmy Kali from Ted Hicks. He says, what up?
So
Salute to
my
Ted
thing
Hicks in
is,
the building. Check
obviously
him
this
out. Late night parents.
she
You
doesn't care
heard.
what she does. This must be mental health Nate for Sunday Night Smoke podcast, because this is another person, obviously some mental health issues, because she doesn't know what she wants to do. She's trying different lanes. All the lanes is just about being famous, right? And being loved and being wanted and being needed. She obviously just needs to be like, I don't know. She's just looking for validation.
She wants to be
obvious.
famous.
No,
She
I
wants to
don't
be
think
famous. You know, singing.
it's more than just famous. I
I'm
mean,
assuming.
You going?
Yeah.
famous, yes.
Because if you you want to be an entertainer, she wanted to be like an entertainer, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she wanted to be an entertainer, I'm assuming, because she tried the dancing, she tried the she tried several lanes, she tried the adult film, she tried dancing and singing, she tried the band thingy, she took several attempts at you know what I mean?
Whoever her family is, they need to keep. I
you know.
mean, it's hard to keep an eye on somebody like that because she doesn't care who
She's
she
grown now.
What? Huh? What do you say?
I said she's grown, but you got to figure the family wasn't keeping an eye on her, because if she's doing adult film at 19, you're starting that, you know what I mean? Obviously someone wasn't paying attention somewhere
No,
down the line as far as family wise. Maybe she didn't come from a household, maybe she came from foster care. Who knows her growing
maybe
up
she came from a
situation.
good home, or maybe she came from a good home and she just had mental health issues. There's a lot of maybes, right? So, but I'm saying, like, if she has family out there,
Oh yeah.
they need to like mind her, because there's something that she always feels she has to fill a void on. Like, now she turned this tide and she's here into this lane, right? And how long this lane is gonna carry her until it doesn't carry it, because she goes with, if she was doing those videos during MySpace time, that means she was ahead of the game. So she's always changing with the times.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. She
When is it not
evolves.
for her?
Yes.
When is not never going to be enough for her. So she always. I'm not saying to lock her up in a cage or whatever, but somebody always has to keep an eye on her, because. No, I'm saying because the silence for a person like her is too loud. Silence is too loud for her. She has to have somebody listening. She has to have
Yeah.
somebody, you know what I mean? So if you don't keep an eye on her, she's the type of person that could possibly, they say, find the signs, right? The signs of somebody who could end their life. I don't want that to happen for her, but a sign of that person, she fits the description.
It's not funny. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's freaking OG classic. But yes. Anyway, she has to, yes. There's something wrong with this lady.
So you need to have a fucking seat somewhere. But this is cool though. Listen, it's cool because this is a good lane right now. Right? Just sit down in front of the computer. It's safe. Put your little makeup on, put your blouse on.
Yes.
Yes. Sit in front of the computer and just talk shit about black men. It's cool. It's a safe
Women, don't
space.
take it seriously. Yeah, don't take it seriously. She just needs to act.
It's a
like
safe
this.
space.
Yes, you're right.
Let her sit down and dress up, put a little earrings on and pretend that she didn't do ghetto gaggers. She could just erase all of that. Yeah, you know the game. You know how they be like, yeah, I was young back then. That don't count. Yes, it count. The internet is forever, bitch. It does count. You heard? What you chat about? Let's see. Hold on here. Salute the OG. He says she's definitely head of the game. That's
Tony
definitely
D.
facto right there.
Tony D says she looks like
Oh
a
man,
between
he's
Amma
taking a
Rose
call.
and Grace Jones. That's terrible.
Oh man, that's gangster. Let me see. We're at the 1 hour mark. Let me pause for station identification momentarily.
I don't know what happened, but look, y'all saw me smoke Sunday Night Smoke podcast. Go check my boy out. You know what I mean? For sure.
So has he said some things that are, borderline crappy or whatever, and then he backs it up with this is opinion radio? Yeah, he's done that.
As we go into the second half of the program, salute everybody. Thanks for joining us. Happy Sunday as we proceed.
Can't talk about P. Diddy, he's in hot water.
We get into that. All right, let's do a little Diddy. Let's do a little Diddy. Did he do it or did he do it? Did he do it? Did he do it? What did he do?
Oh, he did that.
What did he do? And what did he do? Did he don't the tongue twister. This motherfucker.
You
Hold on,
can't
let's
even
this
get it
some of
out,
this Diddy
Smoke.
shitty.
Damn.
No, I was doing that on purpose. Did he do it or did he don't? Did he do it or did he didn't? Didn't he do it? You get it? Everything is a did, I did.
Yeah, we
There you go. Okay.
He was all over that was dancing in that one video. You don't want the record producer all in the video dancing and whatnot.
Oh man. All in the video, all on the record, all in the video.
Be in front. I'm supposed to be in front.
Right.
Oh man. So where do we begin? This is so crazy right now. Oh man, I don't even know where to begin. This is sick. Oh boy.
Are we still talking about Diddy?
Yeah, that's what you want. You want to do a little Diddy? All right, let's see what we got here. I'm scrolling. I hope. What are you seeing this? No, you're not. Okay, good. I'm scrolling here. I'm trying to find the let's talk about it while we're thinking. So where do we begin? Where do you want to begin with this? We want to begin with the lawsuits, the beginning of the snowball, and then just pick it up from there.
We had started the snowball a couple of weeks ago. We started it, and with the Cassie and how he shut that down within 24 hours, and we all thought that was lightning speed for
It was lightning speed.
Yeah.
money. And we're gonna call it what it is, such money, because you don't really do that fast. And then right after we did our he signed the check Saturday, we did our show Sunday, and then Monday everyone else came out of work.
They're trying to get money out of him.
Fact.
They're trying to get money out of him. We could see that from a mile away.
Footage. What?
He had a relationship.
This gotta be fake.
He couldn't not have an accusation because if it was involved, it bound to happen. So any type of sexual act probably did happen. She had a case. He couldn't justify himself. He paid her. Now that was a fat amount.
Yeah.
We don't even know a clarity of that amount, but the lawsuit was huge. Now everybody else trying to come get their money back out of him.
What the fuck?
And then he's gonna sit up and say there's a lot of accusations and assault on his character.
I think this is fake.
What's that? Go ahead, Smoke. Let me shut up. Go ahead.
I don't think he can.
No, I'm talking about not what you guys were talking about. I was talking to myself in the back. I had pulled up an article. I said I think this is fake. I'm sorry, not what you guys.
No, you good.
I'm sorry. I didn't say what you guys were saying.
I'm mad at him for wanting to defend himself or feeling like he needs to. He's going to have to.
He's going to have to, right?
He's
you wanted to be
I'm
quiet.
on the front, bro. Good luck trying to defend yourself with all this shit they've been talking about you for the past 25, 30 years.
And right now, everybody's dropping him, right? So right now, I think they said, 7? I don't know what the number is from last week, I think, or week before, it was like 7 of the major brands dropped him.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent said he's going to do a tell-all
Documentary, yep.
surviving Diddy, and that all the proceeds are going to go to all his victims, all of Diddy's victims.
Now let me pull a Southern Next Level podcast on everybody.
Business, all right.
If you think deep enough, and if you think real hard, Diddy had just agreed to give everybody their publishing back. If you think about it, this is one of the ways to get them their damn publishing back. That's where I'm at with a lot of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he gonna take this heat here. He gonna take this heat there. He don't care. They've been doing all this shit. He ain't gave a damn in the first place. This is how you get your money back. Do it like this. We pay you. We move on to the next topic. We move on to the next subject. We move on to the next project. We all go on about our lives. I had to hold it for this reason. This is the way I can pay you. Do it like this, and we good.
Oh.
Come on now. We got to think deeper than what they're telling us on the media. We all been saying that for years on the internet.
Yep.
All these businesses are tanking. Don't nobody see that all these major businesses are tanking? They got to find a way to decrease their value. Everybody their money back that they had to keep, and they couldn't pay them back legally without paying some type of penalty, which is going to put them deeper in the hole, which is why rich folks seem greedy. You got to find a way and wiggle a way out to give everybody what they legally do. At no penalty. It's a win-win situation for both sides.
Wow.
And if y'all think Diddy bad, y'all didn't think about everybody else is worse than him. Y'all must have forgot how he got in the game, what the rumors were against him getting in the game, and how he got Uptown Records and did everything for Bad Boy. Because Mary J ain't said nothing. Mace sitting there playing dumb and quiet over there when it is what it is. And I saw Mace when he did it. And I was sitting here like, bro, come on.
Noticeably quiet. Okay.
And then acting like he don't know who it is when the whole Keep It Deep thing came out. I'm like, Mace, come on, bro. Come on, man. But okay.
He turned right. So that was his way for just
Mace ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing. Mace got his. Mace had to pay him damn near $500,000 after he was in the church. The Lock sitting there trying to talk about how Diddy's still trying to come after them, and they talking all that. Diddy done call it to the radio station. They won't even go up there because they know what kind of goons Diddy got. Diddy got goons. Diddy done paid people. People ready to talk on him. People ready to tell on him. People ready to snitch on him. Diddy tried to stay his ass out of jail. If they put Bill Cosby in the jail, and they trying to put Trump in jail, you think they won't put Diddy ass in jail? And then they got Daylight out here talking about he can't wait to screw him. Come on, man. Daylight, DAYLYHT. Look his ass
shit. I'm gonna pull up one of these.
So I seen that little thing on it. Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
What?
About what he said about the whole that was his lover, I guess. I don't know. The same guy.
Daylight?
Yeah.
Daylight said he want to get with him. He said he gonna start up some type of rally or some type of fundraiser so he can get with Diddy. That's some bullshit.
Jesus.
Classic. I saw that too. I saw the TikTok. Remember when you gave him that grush?
Yo.
Hold on, let me put this shit up. This is
he called it something else. He called it something else. He called it some long ass alien. I ain't know what it was. Orlando Brown, boy. Oh my God. Orlando Brown. Diddy,
yeah.
All them folks. They on Diddy's case, dog. It ain't looking good for Diddy. He got to defend himself. Good luck, Brian, for real. They still tripping off when you sing Happy Birthday to French Montana. It looked weird. You ask Fabulous, how come he won't party with you? Party with you specifically. Just you. How that sound, bro?
He did. 50 Cent said he wanted to take him shopping. He said,
all right, check this out.
He was like shopping.
Yeah, he was like, hell no.
We take the bus to Jamaica Ave. Nigga, you don't need to take me no damn shopping.
Take him for I'm a girl man. Yeah, Orlando Brown.
You take the bus to Jamaica Ave. I don't need you to take me shopping. I go to Coliseum. I go to Dr. J's. I don't care about that expensive shit. I need something that's going to help me through the winter and the summer.
Wow.
See, okay, wait a minute. Question, because see, I want to go just me or if this is how it is in the world and whatever. However, since you done brought Diddy and his friends and going on shopping trips and whatnot. Okay, so do they be having sleepovers?
Who?
Diddy and his boys.
I don't know. You got to
Okay.
ask them. So
Oh
let's
boy,
check it
here
out.
we
Let's dive into this real quick. Hold on. Let's get some visual footage here, so
If
people
they
won't
have,
say,
I'm
"All right,
sorry.
this is just a
Let me, I'm sorry.
conversation." Let's get into
Classic,
some of this
Classic is
shit right
killing me with
here,
the goose gosh.
and then we'll
well,
spin back
Kimmy
into it.
Kelly, when you say sleepovers, what do you mean? You mean like people spending the night at this house, or you mean like we in the living room watching a movie together?
It looks like we might be witnessing.
Go ahead, continue, y'all. Go ahead. Finish before I roll the video. Go ahead.
I can tell by the look on your face. It's just weird just to hear somebody say that about a grown man.
Wait, this is why I'm saying this, and this is why I'm bringing this up, because I've heard this being said about grown women.
Really?
Spent the night over so-and-so's house. I am so sorry. I'm grown as hell. I'm not having no damn sleepovers at no damn other grown woman's house. For what? And why? That's why I asked, is Diddy and them having sleepovers? Because I done heard of females having sleepovers. But y'all want to act like, oh, okay, that ain't what's going on. We just hanging out. We just friends. Bullshit.
That's just my friend.
That's just my friend. Oh, and then we going shopping. And oh yeah, I went and
That's
bought
what
her.
she said.
Oh, I went and bought him something. The hell? I don't have no damn sleepovers here. If you sleeping over my house, you related to me in some way, form, or fashion, and your ass is on the couch.
But I like okay, Grant, I have friends, I sleep over their house, but I don't have sleepovers. I don't like I have friends, I go to their house.
A sleepover is a planned of. Let's differentiate the two.
Thank you, Smoke.
If say, for example, you go out and somebody's staying, sleeping over is like something I will say it designates, say an emergency situation. Say you're coming from somewhere far and you're too tired to go home. All right, crash on the couch. Or somebody's been drinking and you don't want to drive, whatever. All right, sleep on the couch. That's sleepover. A quote unquote sleepover is a planned event like a slumber party, like when we were children. You understand? Sleepover, and I slept over somebody's house because of XYZ situation are two different things. So I wanted to differentiate the two.
Okay, well, I
When
will
they
say
say y'all be having sleepovers and stuff like that, they talking about as far as us on this celebrity level. If you're implying rainbow activities, that would be be considered a sleepover, like planned event. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would be thinking. That would be more like a planned fruit salad.
The ultimate downfall of Sean.
I can't hear.
So
What happened?
you have friends and you have family, and you've slept SLEPT over their house. You wasn't over there sleeping and having sleepovers over at their house, okay? You just slept over. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
That one's good to go. But when you planning sleepovers and shit, all that shit is suspect.
I didn't know this was a thing. Go ahead.
Oh my God, yes, it's a thing.
It's been a thing, T-Ron. You ain't know that?
Yeah.
Well,
Women do
because
that.
you're not a celebrity and you're not invited to the sleepover. That's why you didn't know that it was happening. God damn it. Okay.
I'm new to this. Go ahead.
Right. We get you
I'm
in
just saying.
Yeah.
Somebody emailed Diddy and tell him to send Roni an invite to the next quote unquote sleepover.
Not Diddy's house.
No. He's straight on that.
Oh man.
I
Hey.
try to get in trouble.
Which one of y'all gonna go?
Let's get into this.
He won the
None of the above. Let me roll this footage.
On Diddy Combs, the man who these days goes by the name Love or Brother Love, but whose checkered past is filled with violence, death, and disturbing allegations ranging from grooming to SA and even trafficking. Since his rise from a background dancer to one of the most powerful moguls in hip hop, Diddy has repeatedly faced allegations of using violence against everyone from his girlfriends to fellow rappers. Most recently, Diddy was sued by his ex-girlfriend Cassie for DV, SA, and trafficking, including alleged depraved forced encounters with other men. And yet, despite the severity of all these allegations, Diddy has somehow managed to insulate himself from criminal investigation. Looking back at his history, it seems there are so many things Diddy has done that have been swept under the rug and kept quiet because he just has that much power. But what history also showed us time and time again is that no one is too big to fall, and it looks like Diddy's power might be running out. Get ready, because in this video, we're taking a deep dive into all the disturbing allegations and separating truth from fiction about the downfall of Sean Diddy Combs.
I define power in a couple of different ways. I couldn't really answer it one way. I define it in impact, impact you have. Is it positive? Is it negative? There's two ways your power could go.
Sean John Combs was born in Harlem, New York City on November 4th, 1969. His mother, Janice Combs, was a mom participant, and it was allegedly at one of parties that 19-year-old Diddy met his mentor, Uptown Records founder Andre Harrell. In 1990, Harrell hired Diddy as an intern at Uptown and later promoted him to talent director. However, Diddy's ambitions were bigger, and he allegedly got involved with some shady industry higher-ups who promised him a life of unlimited wealth and power. But that kind of life comes with a price. And according to long-standing conspiracy, that price was a blood sacrifice. While working as an intern at Uptown Records, Diddy earned money as a party promoter, and he allegedly had a rep for packing places over their capacity, a practice that eventually led to a horrifying incident at City College in Harlem when 9 people were crushed to death in a crowd stampede. According to a report by The Source magazine, on December 28, 1991, Diddy and Heavy D
I remember that basketball game.
organized an AIDS fundraiser basketball game at the City College Gymnasium, and about an hour after the game was set to begin, chaos ensued when more than 3,000 people tried to cram in the all victim, Jabal Rainey, being just 15 years old. Among the deceased was also the pregnant girlfriend of rapper Father MC, whom Diddy had signed to Uptown Records.
A few times I thought I was going to pass out because it was hot on that staircase. You know what I'm saying? And when they closed the doors, I knew something was going down.
City College was a deep experience for me. I was there, I was on the floor, I watched people take their last breath, regurgitate, and die.
Gene Deal, the man who would later become Diddy's personal bodyguard, was working security at City College that night, and he later recalled how he tried to warn Diddy they needed more people to clear the entrance or someone would end up dead, but Diddy told him not to worry about it.
I said, yo, I told Puff right then and there, I say, Puff, if they don't do a boxing one outside and get these kids off the door, somebody gonna die tonight. He said, Gene, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You just handle the stars once they come inside.
Now, Gene also mentioned in the same interview that Diddy's partner, Jessica Rosenblum, was also at the scene that night.
They got trapped down the stairs. After they broke through the first glass, they got trapped downstairs, the second door, because Jessica had got scared. That was Puffy partner at the time, Jessica Rosenberg. She got scared, ran downstairs with the money box and shut the door behind her. And all those people got shut down in there.
Jessica was one of the most prominent female party promoters in the hip-hop scene in the early 90s. And while very little is known about her private life, she was reportedly the mastermind behind Diddy's infamous white parties that he started throwing in the early 2000s. And there's also been a lot of conspiracy theories about Rosenblum being part of some kind of secret Hollywood society. The only other prominent female hip-hop music promoter in NYC at the time was Maria Davis. And in 2015, Maria made some very interesting comments about Jessica Rosenblum in an interview with Vibe magazine. You're always nervous trying to get people through the door. And back then, I was the only Black female promoter. There was nobody else doing it the way I was doing it. It was just me and Jessica Rosenblum. Puffy, Russell Simmons, and all them used Jessica. They used her and God used me. Now, the fact that Maria said God used her and the others used Jessica made it sound like she was implying that Jessica was pure evil. And a lot of people interpreted this as Maria saying that the likes of Diddy and Russell Simmons sold their souls to the other side. When Vibe magazine prodded Maria to explain what she meant by that statement, she suggested that Jessica was connected to some of the most powerful men in the music industry, including Liar Cohen, the man who has been referred to as
Leo Cohen. It's funny when they fuck the names up worse than me. But let's get into the real shit. We don't want to get into all that. Let's get into the beef for this. Let's get into the meat of the story. Fuck the background.
But that
all
was
that other shit.
storytelling.
Let's get into the controversy.
while Biggie seemed genuinely shocked and concerned. This incident was the spark that ignited the already tense atmosphere between East Coast and West Coast rappers.
The Tupac self-shooting when he lied and said he was shot 5 times when he actually got pistol whipped and he shot himself, blew his own balls off trying to reach for the hammer to defend himself. And they said, "You idiot, you didn't blew your balls off, took the gun and pistol whipped him." That's what really happened.
That's the same
According
shit
to the
Plaxico
sources,
Burress
people
did,
that
didn't
were there. And then he just turned around and lied and said, "They shot me 5 times." That nigga was lying.
Wow.
Pac were very close, often spending time together outside of work and socializing when Tupac went to New York or Big to LA. However, their friendship came to an end after the 1994 incident at Quad Recording Studios in Manhattan, where Tupac was shot 5 times. Tupac, believing the attackers had ties to Diddy and Bad Boy, was convinced that Biggie knew the attack would happen, but didn't warn him. Biggie, however, denied any involvement or awareness of the planned attack. Both Biggie and Diddy were present in the building when the shooting happened. However, when the police arrived, Diddy appeared relaxed while Biggie seemed genuinely shocked and concerned. This incident was the spark that ignited the already tense atmosphere between
Looked
East
like Diddy
Coast and
set
West Coast
Tupac up.
rappers.
Possibly.
Tragically culminating in the murders of both Tupac in September 1996 and Biggie in March 1997. And despite official investigations leaving both Tupac and Biggie's murders unsolved, there's a persistent belief among hip-hop fans that Diddy might have had some involvement in both of their deaths. On March 8, 1997, Biggie and Diddy were attending a Soul Train Awards after party organized by Vibe magazine at Peterson Automotive Museum in LA. The party was eventually shut down due to overcrowding, and Biggie left with his group in 2 Chevy Suburbans, heading back to his hotel. He sat in the front passenger seat with 2 companions while another individual drove. Diddy traveled in the other vehicle accompanied by 2 bodyguards, while Bad Boy's security director trailed behind in a Chevy Blazer. As Biggie's SUV paused at a red light roughly 50 yards from the Peterson Automotive Museum, a black Chevy Impala pulled up beside it. The driver of the Impala lowered the window, brandished a gun, and shot at Biggie's car. Struck 4 times, Biggie was rushed by his entourage to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where surgeons immediately operated on him. But sadly, despite the emergency efforts, Biggie Smalls was declared dead at 1:15 a.m. He was just 24 years old, and it didn't take long before people started blaming Diddy for setting Biggie up, pointing out that Diddy pressured Biggie to go to LA just months after Tupac was shot. There were also rumors back then that Biggie was trying to leave Bad Boy after he found out Diddy was allegedly stealing from him, and some sources even claimed that before Tupac was shot, he and Biggie made amends and were planning to start their own label. However, in his first interview following Biggie's death, Diddy denied claims suggesting that the murder resulted from a financial dispute, and he refused to speculate on the motive behind the shooting.
Oh man. So let's jump into this part right here. What do you think as far as shadiness? Is this character a shady character here? What are we doing here? Do you think he possibly had something to do with the untimely demise of Mr. Tupac Shakur and Mr. Christopher Wallace by any chance? Would you believe that at all? Or do you think that's conspiracy?
It's hard to say he's
Shakur.
completely innocent. It's really hard to believe he's
Okay.
completely innocent.
What do they
How
say?
about that? How about
It's some backdoor dealings and backdoor back room and in the bathroom type things going on that, just a little bit here, a little bit there, that
pause?
somebody got a little there. Here. Somebody doing something.
Oh man.
Hey, preach.
Tony D, what do you think, man? Somebody like he's semi-suspect. You think maybe he had a little something to do with something, possibly?
I
I
mean,
don't
he's a
know.
prime suspect based on the position of power he was in. He's also a prime suspect based on the issue that was happening at the time, and his name was all over it. That's why I say, as much as he's trying to defend himself, I wish him luck, because they're going to go after the big heads. It's going to be him and Suge. Suge said his shit. That's what really started all this off. Suge
Well, he
talking
in
about he
jail
tried
already, so
being
they
all in
ain't
the
going
video.
after.
He tried to producer being all up in the video. Diddy was one of the producers who was in the video. He's a prime suspect. But then your main artist goes down over some BS. Still ain't nobody figure out yet. And it's 26 years later, damn near. Tupac went down. You know they
Well, they
blame
may be
Suge.
they may be on the right track right now with this Keefe D shit.
They might
Possibly,
be. They might be.
allegedly,
It was crazy. Yeah,
but maybe
allegedly. And
not.
what's crazy is the other people that can talk ain't talking. Keefe D opened his mouth and they jumped all over it.
Yeah.
Y'all been investigating this for 20-something years. You're going to wait for this motherfucker to run his mouth when y'all already got everything? Let me be clear. I'm going to say this till I die. I've been to Vegas. Anybody gets shot in Vegas and they don't want to see nothing, that's some bullshit. Especially after a Mike Tyson fight. I'm going to say it like that on purpose. That's some bullshit. Catch a motherfucker behind on child
Especially on a
support
packed
for
night
3
like
months.
that.
But you can't find this shit with all them cameras y'all got up there? Nah. I had to be squashed back when Jodeci and Mary went to go get that sugar squeeze and Puff back. Yeah, it was a big old beat between Suge and Puff. That's what was being said. So we don't have no solid evidence on nothing. That whole story stinks to high heaven. And the fact that you haven't solved the case properly is another issue we all got as members of the hip hop community. When Tupac died, I was depressed for 6 months. I was a big fan. I was a big fan of Tupac because Tupac came out before Biggie. So a bunch of you little young shits who don't know nothing, let me fucking talk to y'all real quick. Tupac came out before Biggie. Tupac had more fans than Biggie. Biggie came out late. Biggie's career didn't last long. Biggie got shot. It looked like an accident. It looked like bullshit. It looked like revenge. It looked like retaliation. When Tupac died, we had an idea because of the shit Tupac was talking. We still don't know who the fuck did it. Actually, Tupac talked a lot of shit. Biggie didn't say nothing against nobody until he made what song did he do? He did that one song with Jay-Z. And he threw Tupac's name in it. So y'all can use them two off the rip. Tupac did hit him up. You can use them two off the rip. Y'all built the beef off of that shit. Them two resolved it. Y'all ain't talk about that though.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that at all.
They
resolved it. Everybody knows that they resolved it. Everybody knows it was good. They even showed a little bit of it in the movie. And y'all ain't talk about that shit yet. Y'all just want this beef to keep going. Y'all
Well,
killed
they didn't
two
publicly. The problem with them is they didn't go public with it, and that's where they left that gray area there. So if they resolved the issue, neither of them went publicly and said, "Hey, we squashed that beef."
No, they didn't. And actually,
what
Tupac
would they?
did. There's an interview where Tupac said he was going to do a Death Row East. There's an interview, and they got a video clip of it. It's going to be hard to dig because they barely showed it. They barely
But
showed
did they?
it.
But he said him and Biggie were going to be doing this because I did hear something of that, but Biggie's name was not mentioned in that rumor. So
Biggie's name was
what
not
part did
mentioned.
I not
Tupac didn't
hear
mention
about this?
nobody's name. He
I
just
heard
said
they
he was
were
going to
trying
do
to
Death.
sign
He
East
was
Coast
going to get with Nas.
artists.
My last understanding. And I know there's a lag, so
Wait,
my
what was
bad.
your last part? No, we got a delay. So, I'm trying to hear you again.
It's supposed to be.
What was you saying about Bad Boy
Nas
East?
supposed to do a Death Row East.
Tony D. Hold Tony D. You
Yes.
gotta wait until he finishes because he's
My
not
bad.
gonna do what you're saying.
Yeah, my bad. Tupac and Nas, I believe, they were going to work on doing a Death Row East. I may be wrong. Somebody got to verify that. But Tupac was going to work with some of these East Coast dudes. I believe Jay-Z and Mobb Deep were two people. And I think Jay-Z and Mobb Deep were two people who weren't going to be a part of it, or they were going to come in afterwards. But this whole shit got blown out of proportion based on media hype, a story to tell, and a way to sell their magazines. We lost two of our greatest rappers at the time, two of the most influential rappers at the time, two of the biggest hip hop acts at the time over some BS. This is why a bunch of y'all on the internet need to stop spreading bullshit. You're gonna get people killed.
Well, it wasn't about BS. They didn't get killed because people were spreading rumors and shit. They got killed because they were set up to be murdered.
I got the setup.
You understand? So there's a difference. Like there's rumors about smoke on the internet right now, but niggas ain't hopefully ain't trying to set me up to be murdered. So there's a difference.
Right.
Internet
I
or
got you.
not.
I got you.
Because remember, the internet wasn't really at that time. The internet wasn't popping like that in the mid '90s, bro. It was,
see you,
the
Classic,
little
over
MySpace
there.
and this and
I
that,
ain't
but
get that
everybody
old
wasn't on social
I
media.
appreciate
When did Biggie get shot? 97, and then what's the
97.
name got shot in 96, and 96 and 97 respectively. When those two people were killed, the internet was really not what it is today. Nowhere
No.
near. People
Gotcha.
were just starting to get on. I mean, niggas was still doing AOL back in them days. You know what I'm saying?
Black
So
Planet.
they were set up to be killed. They weren't. This had nothing to do with the rumors and this had beef with that. They were set up
Gotcha. I believe
obviously
it's
very well.
I believe it's set up very well.
They were
I
set up
believe
very
it's
well because these things were still not solved to this very day. They were set up very well with the help of a lot of people. Okay, in positions, definitely in a position from police department as well, and from all areas. People got paid to make sure that this went through smoothly. You understand what I'm saying? This wasn't
Yeah,
some nigga just decided to go shoot a nigga because that nigga would have been caught already. If it was one person acting by himself, I'm just gonna shoot this nigga, and nobody else got paid to make sure that that crime wasn't solved on the back end. The police department would have found out and solved that already, more than likely.
Another Manchurian candidate, right? Somebody did the deed.
Not
and
Manchurian candidate. No, this was a nigga that got paid to shoot a nigga. There's a difference. Homeboy that popped them niggas didn't go missing for 2 days and just show up and them like, where the hell am I after they did the crime? This was a nigga that got paid to shoot a nigga. Wasn't the first nigga he got paid to shoot, and it probably wasn't the last. You understand what I'm saying? That was a hit, clearly.
I will agree
You know what I'm
because
saying?
this
Allegedly
was
for a nigga to have a bow tie on and all of that, he was blending in with security and FOI and those people out there. This was a paid hit, clearly.
I will agree because if it was just regular black on black crime, it would have been solved. So the money is either in not solving the case because it's black on black crime, and we want to keep it as ghetto as we can, or we won't solve it because it involves us. If we solve it, it points the finger at us because it's higher than us. So I can see that. Definitely.
Gotcha. Classic, I see you over there. A couple of those
Copy.
stories, I've never heard that, so I appreciate the insight. I've never heard those.
I did hear that too, as far as the Eric B part. The Nas part, definitely not true because they still weren't friends. They never made up. They met they met in person and had a small conversation and allegedly squashed the beef, but they weren't cool and they weren't gonna do business together. From what I understand, about Eric B actually going to head Death Row East, and be part of that. Yes, I did hear that before. And Big Daddy Kane was one of the artists that was approached to be signed by Suge Knight. He approached them, things like that. So yeah, I did hear that as well. And
I didn't hear
Big
about
Daddy
the
Kane
Wizard
did
Big
mention
Brown
that
either.
also.
That's news to me.
But yeah, so but ultimately, yeah, we're talking this Shady Diddy action, and yeah. Shady Diddy action. I didn't say Shitty Diddy. I said Shady Diddy.
So, let me throw this
Big
in
Daddy
here.
Kane
Let me throw
talked
this
about
at
it
you.
last week in the interview. Oh, really? Okay. That's what
It was about
Go ahead.
2-3 weeks, about 2-3 months ago. I did one of my music broadcasts. I saw a video I never saw before,
Mhm.
and it blew my mind. It was a song Big Daddy Kane and Tupac did together. I didn't even know they did a song together. Yeah, I didn't even know they did a song together.
Okay.
And it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Wasn't
they,
bad.
they,
It was
they
okay
did a
for
lot
that
of
time.
records.
For that time, yeah.
there were a lot of records that weren't released that were recorded by Tupac because they had, for those of us that lived in New York at the time, after his untimely demise, they released about 7 albums worth of mixtape of records that were not released before, and
Right.
it was Tupac collaborating with several other artists as well. So he had a whole bunch of music that was unreleased that was recorded with a whole bunch of artists and stuff like that. Yeah.
He got a ton of music. That's
So
true.
he had a lot because he was a workaholic. He was a workaholic. They said he worked like, he'd go in the studio and do 4 or 5 songs in a day. Like he would really put the work in. You know what I mean? So I was never a fan of his, but it is what it is. But he was a good artist, and rest in peace to that brother.
Yeah.
Back to the shady Diddy. Back to the shady Diddy stuff. So allegedly, he had a part in these gentlemen's untimely demise. Let's see where we at right now in the story. Let's see. Let's try to pick this up. If my
with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef. You understand what I'm saying? Puff ain't want none of that beef. So what I'm gonna do is, y'all want the sheep? I'm gonna put them out the pasture. Catch them if you can.
There you go. So there you have it. So it was allegedly the Notorious B.I.G. talking shit, and it was like, okay, you want the nigga? I'll bring him out there, and you do your thing. Get him if you can. Allegedly is what this former bodyguard of Diddy is saying.
If you the wolf, if you got that wolf in you, catch him if you can.
Now, as for Tupac, there's been a lot of speculation that Diddy had a hand in his death as well. After Diddy's former associate and Southside Crips member, Keef D, was recently...
Not the Keef D.
The Nasty Hour. Why does he come out with his own rap? He could have had his own little... Dude, keep me
Not the Keef D. All right, let's listen to this foolishness.
Arrested for his involvement in Tupac's murder, reports surfaced alleging that Diddy offered $1 million to the Crips to kill both Tupac and Suge Knight. According to LAPD detective Greg Kading, an informant told the police all the way back in 1997 that Diddy ordered both hits, which Keef reportedly later confirmed.
Bolstering Keefe D's claim was an informant in 1997 who told investigators that Puffy had hired the Southside Crips to kill both Suge and Tupac.
Diddy, however, has persistently refused to discuss these allegations.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Now, some believe that Diddy's alleged announcement of a $1 million bounty on Tupac and Suge Knight might have been just an attempt to stir up tension and not a direct order for a hit. Prior to the shooting, Tupac and his crew jumped Keef D's nephew, Orlando Anderson, after Mike Tyson's fight at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas. The confrontation between Tupac and Orlando reportedly started over Orlando stealing a death row chain from a death row affiliate, Traven Lane, and there were...
Allegedly. Look at your man, shady-ass Jesse Jackson. He's another one of those
Why
shady
he say Puff is Fleece Johnson?
rumors Diddy was planning to use
Fleece Johnson.
this chain to provoke Suge Knight in a music video. So Tupac's tragic murder might have been the result of a heated situation and nothing more. But despite this narrative, many fans remain convinced that Tupac's murder wasn't random, and that Diddy's $1 million offer to the Crips for targeting Suge and Tupac was a serious proposal. However, Diddy was never investigated over these allegations, and following Tupac and Biggie's deaths, he changed his name to Puff Daddy and tried to reinvent himself as a rapper. But trouble followed Diddy everywhere he went, and in a bizarre coincidence, almost exactly 8 years to the day after the 1991 Stampede, Diddy was involved in a nightclub shooting that left him facing multiple charges and led to a highly publicized trial. The shooting took place on December 27th, 1999 at Club New York in Times Square.
They were brought to Puff first, saying that they It's what they saw against Shine, what they saw Shine do.
Shine later converted to Orthodox Judaism, and this led to an urban legend about Diddy being the devil incarnate because multiple bad boy artists turned to God after dealing with Diddy. Shine embraced Judaism, Mace became a pastor, and
Mace was just front.
Wait,
That
why
nigga
they
do
do
anything
this?
for money. He was rapping. The nigga that went to the church, became a
Listen, they gonna
pastor,
start. They gonna
started rapping
make
again.
bump.
That shit
Listen,
flopped.
they gonna make
That nigga
Diddy a
went back
bishop.
to
He
the
gonna make everybody
church.
pick up their own religions. This some
Then after he
bullshit.
went back, let me get this part in. Nigga that went back to the church again, started rapping again. That shit failed. Did a diss record against Diddy. That failed. And now he has a successful podcast. Like the Mace nigga do anything. He's freestyle. He's about that. Let's
Mace
continue.
probably couldn't find
Loon
no.
became a devout Muslim. And
He couldn't what?
He probably couldn't get no way out of his contract.
No, he couldn't get out of his contract. Mace couldn't. No.
No, he came back. Remember, he came back and fulfilled the contract. He came back and did those albums, but they didn't really make no noise. Remember, he did that "Welcome Back" and whatever, because I think he had owed him 2 more
That real shit
albums.
shake with the shit.
He
I ain't
owed
gonna
3
lie.
albums, so the first 2, and then he came back with that 3rd one. You know, I hear that, but
I saw that
let's
with
see
G
what else.
too.
Let's see what else we have
anyway,
on the Diddy situation.
1999 shooting was what led Diddy to change his stage name from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy in an attempt to distance himself from his criminal past. He would go on to change his name and rebrand his image multiple times following different public controversies. Back in 2017, he changed his middle name to Love, shortly before his ex-girlfriend Kim Porter died under mysterious circumstances.
Oh man, I know they're not trying to say allegedly. You've
That's
seen
what
too much.
are coming up.
Let's
so.
check it out.
I decided to change my name again. I'm just not who I am before. I'm something different. So my new name is Love, aka Brother Love. I will not be answering to Puffy, Diddy, Puff Daddy, or any of my other monikers, but Love or Brother Love, okay?
Almost exactly a year after Diddy announced he was changing his name to Love, Kim Porter, the mother of 3 of his 7 children, died suddenly at age 47. According to the official ruling, Kim died of complications of pneumonia. However, many people expressed doubt about this, with some even suggesting that Diddy had Kim killed because she was allegedly writing a tell-all book about him. One of these people is an industry insider and Jay-Z's former background singer Jaguar Wright, who claimed that Kim's initial autopsy showed traces of some kind of poison.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
Jaguar also suggested that multiple people who dealt with Diddy were planning to release tell-all books and documentaries before they either got sick or died under suspicious circumstances.
Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died.
Do me a favor. If y'all niggas are writing a book, don't say nothing.
And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma.
And then, when Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy on November 16th, just one day after the 5th anniversary of Kim Porter's death, Jaguar publicly offered her support to Cassie and claimed that Kim warned Cassie about Diddy before she died.
I will advocate for you.
Something gonna happen to this Jaguar, right? Because she always be on Instagram talking crazy about.
Bro, she on TikTok killing.
Sooner or later, he gonna
She's
send
on
somebody to
TikTok
rub her
killing
out.
all that shit.
Because
allegedly,
boy,
allegedly, but she's spilling a lot of tea on these niggas.
see, I know something that a lot of people don't know. I know that you and Kim Porter had a sit down right before she left us. And I know Kim had some very good advice to give you. And I believe that this is why things are happening as they're happening now. Kim was smart, wasn't she, Cassie? Kept you alive and kept you safe.
Another
But not smart enough to keep herself alive and safe. I don't know.
Another individual who publicly claimed that Kim didn't die of pneumonia was her ex-husband, Al B. Sure, who mysteriously
Al B.
fell into a coma just months after he shared a post referring to Kim's death as murder.
I'll be sure was saying they're trying to kill me for a while before this happened also. Because remember, everybody that was down with that Uptown MCA, all of them are dead pretty much. Well, I guess he didn't die. I'll be sure didn't die yet, but he was saying they're trying to kill me. People were like, what the hell is he talking about? But now it all made sense later on.
In July 2020, Al shared a since-deleted video of himself crying and wrote, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia." Albie also added the hashtag "Don't let the love songs fool you," seemingly referencing Diddy's tributes to Kim. And then in November 2021, Albie posted a throwback photo with Kim and claimed she told him she was running, and he advised her to call the FBI. Albie also added a comment, "You would never believe what she went through." Now, as for Cassie, she made a series of highly disturbing allegations against Diddy in her lawsuit, claiming that he subjected her to repeated beatings, SA, and even forced her into sexual encounters with other men.
He was like, yo,
Diddy settled the
he like, let me drop some change on you, player. I need you to smash my shorty for me. Weird. Very weird.
lawsuit within 24 hours for an undisclosed amount, and while his lawyer, Ben Brafman, claimed the settlement was not an admission of guilt, the public consensus seems to be that Diddy settled to avoid the discovery phase in a potential trial. Meanwhile, more evidence surfaced, seemingly proving Diddy's history of violence against women, including this photo of Cassie that she originally shared in 2014 after returning from a trip to Dubai with Diddy.
Oh, man.
Other women who were involved with Diddy have also previously shared their horrific experiences, among them Diddy's ex Gina Hewen, also known as Virginia V, who claimed in a 2019 interview that Diddy punched her in the head and stomped on her stomach.
We was upstairs and we were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground and then he like stood over me. So I was like laying on my back and he stood over me and he started like punching me like this. Like he avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head and I was.
For what though?
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm waiting.
Why he beating up that girl literally in his closet? He doing in the closet? Is she picking out some clothes for him to wear and he didn't like what she picked out? I don't understand why he beating her up inside a closet. That's weird. Because they got walk-in closets. When you're rich, you got a big walk-in closet and all that.
Yeah.
But why there? I want to hear the whole story, but maybe not. No, actually, no.
I don't want to hear the whole story.
I don't want to hear
the whole story straight up.
Yeah, that's wild.
Just like covering my face.
Following Diddy's settlement with Cassie, 50 Cent also seemingly suggested that there are many more victims who will soon come forward against Diddy. In a since-deleted Instagram post, 50 Cent wrote, "He paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the sharks saw the blood in the water. And here they come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, every woman he put his hand on." Now, as far as we know, there is no active criminal investigation against Diddy at this moment. However, fans on the internet are saying it's only a matter of time, and this could likely be the beginning of Diddy's deserved downfall. One fan wrote, "Going against someone as powerful as Diddy was no easy feat. I hope that Cassie is proud of speaking up and speaking out regardless, because she really did that."
She didn't speak out because she took the money, right?
And her courage is going to be felt by so many other victims to come forward.
Okay, now, all right, this is the end of it pretty much. So we're going to cancel that. We're going to give them the applause. Good. So check it out. Let me jump back into here. Okay. So, Kimi Kali, you have a good evening. Thanks for joining us. Wow, that was a lot right there to work on. So so Cassie now, right? She didn't come out. She didn't say anything because she got paid. I guess
But she did
along with the payout comes the
She
huh?
did. She did. She did. She started
She
the
didn't spill all the
conversation.
beans. She just
That don't. It's
she
not
started the
honest.
conversation. But what I'm s- but we need details. We need facts. We need to know what the fuck is going down. Just start the
But
conversation by saying, "Well, I'm gonna sue you. Pay me, nigga, because you assaulted me. You made somebody else smash." She gave a little, one or two little instances, but she didn't spill all the beans.
But the
She
fact
started,
that
like you're right. She started the conversation. You're right that he sexually
the fact.
assaulted
But
her and he had other men assault her.
what I'm gonna say was that the fact
Mhm.
that I guess because apparently, a lot of women or men or both have gone through this, right? And no one was even courageous enough to, well, won't say they didn't put it out there. Let's just say they probably didn't make it public, because there's probably a lot of people that we don't know that have been probably under the table or quietly kept, but not put out there very in a very public manner. That's very hard.
Well, let's see. Cassie's safe. She's married to a white billionaire. Oh, really? So if she's safe, she didn't need the $30 million or the whatever $1 million.
Right.
She could have just said, "Fuck it, I don't need the money. Let me spill the beans."
She had to start the
Right?
conversation. Somebody has to start the like honestly, a
Okay,
person
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Somebody's got to start the conversation. You're right. But you know,
that
yeah.
fear is there for any person, right? Like even if the tattletale is always the one that's gonna get it the most, whether it's true or false.
Okay.
That first
Yeah, she
person.
started the conversation definitely, and other people come forward and stuff. But yeah. And now, no, you're right because now they cancel some of his brand deals. Allegedly, Macy's took the clothes off the shelf allegedly, and people pretty much people are backing out. Like people that were endorsing, the endorsements, people are backing out. So he definitely lost a few endorsements on the back end because of the allegations. That's definitely the case. She did start the conversation. You're right.
She didn't give us
And
everything, right? I
no,
understand
she
that.
gave a little. She gave enough to get it started. Like, yeah, you're right. She gave enough to get the conversation started. But don't just start. That's like dropping a trailer with no movie behind it and cashing out at the box office. Like, wait a minute, bitch. Tell us everything now. You started the conversation. Don't just put out 1%. Give us the whole bag. Because the other people that come forward may not have as much information as you know what I'm saying? She was the one that had all the info. You know what I mean? Like 10 years, she was rocking with him, what, 10 years, they said?
Yeah, it's
So
about
she had 10 years worth of information on how the nigga moving and everything. So she really had the you know what I mean? I guess
and
the Asian girl, pardon me, real quick. I guess the girl that was on that said she got beat up in the closet. I guess she didn't have enough info because I didn't did she make a lawsuit? Did she get paid yet? So she didn't have enough goodies on she didn't have enough dirt on them, I guess. Go ahead.
that makes sense what you're saying because a lot of times, and I hate to say this, but we know it's true. Lawyers won't take cases, right? So I don't know about this girl, the
Mhm.
Asian one.
Mhm.
Like maybe she did say something, maybe
She
she did,
mixed.
right?
I'm joking. Mhm.
But if she did, was her even case heard of? Who wants to take on somebody like that, right?
Yeah.
And then what I wanted to add was Cassie, who herself, I mean, even if whether she's lying or not, right? Did not choose the
Okay.
Me Too movement of time to
No.
come public. So even that wasn't a safe space enough for her to come out and just put this out there. Like at that time, I mean, I'm not saying it would have been muted or was it been a beneficial, right? Or not. I'm not saying if she's lying or telling the truth. What I am saying is that, okay, if this wasn't something, she still did not feel comfortable doing it during that time. Even after Me Too movement, because as the Me Too movement was slowly dying, and not dying but quieting up via social media, is when the R. Kelly thing came out. And she still didn't say nothing.
No, she waited till the last day of the statute of limitations, so that was premeditated. Obviously, she seek legal consultation, and they said, "When is the the statute of limitations up?" And they said, "As far as New York or whatever state, this is the day." So she waited until the day before. So that was pre-calculated. It's not like she already determined she's gonna wait till the very end to make him think he got away, and then it's gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that was clearly premeditated when you think about it. She said, "No, we're gonna wait on this because if she's allegedly married to some rich white guy, she wasn't hard pressed for the cash. Like, I need this extortion money right now." She waited till the very end to where he's like looking at marking down the calendar, like, yes, one more day I can get away with all that fuckery. And then that's when he got bagged.
Right.
Allegedly the day before. You know what I'm saying? So that had to be pre-calculated. Like when can I do this? Up to this day? All right, drop it the day before. Drop it the night before. Drop it at the last second.
That could be a lawyer thing. That in itself is a good suggestion that it's a lawyer thing.
Yeah. Obviously, the lawyer was I mean, come on, let's be obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's real. So yeah, that was pre-calculated. That was the setup. What you think, Tony D? That was the setup. Like, you know what? This is a great idea. Let's fuck with him. Let's do it like this.
So I gotta narrow it down. This whole thing stinks to high heaven. Solid,
or the hell.
Yeah,
don't put some respect on heaven.
The solid evidence is what everybody's waiting on. I don't think it's going to be pretty at all. I really don't. They got so many ways to manipulate and switch any aspect of innocence that he has. He's going to have a hard time defending himself. Cassie's situation.
Got money.
Cassie's situation. She knows what he got, and I'm quite sure she's worried because we ain't seen her in public. 50 was one of the first ones trying to expose him. And 50 seemed to be the only one who ain't scared to tell everybody what's really going on.
Well, he was just clowning the nigga, but he was keeping it real too at the same time in a clowning him troll way.
I'll be sure was going to do something. I saw what Classic was saying. Jaguar Wright, I've seen a couple of her videos on TikTok. She broke down everybody who was at Bad Boy, Uptown, MCL, that who's still around and who ain't. And the only person that's to survive is Diddy. But they also said in that video, Diddy surrounded himself with some pretty powerful people. Quite frankly, if we think deep enough, he might not have shit to do with it. They might be the ones doing it.
Who knows? He
But
could just be the pawn in the game. He could be the middleman. Because remember, somebody has to execute these things. People have to execute plays for the coach and the owner and, upper management,
Everything comes with a price. You got to be careful what you want, careful what you pay for. Straight up and down. I'm just waiting to see what's going to come out of it. I'm not even playing around with it. I got to see what's going to come out of it because we got a lot of accusations. I'm not hearing too much solid evidence. I'm hearing some, but I'm not hearing too much solid evidence. Like I said, Diddy, if you hear this, if you see this, good luck because it don't look good. They on your ass.
Well, what kind of solid evidence?
If you can see this or hear this, cut me a check, nigga.
What kind of
and I'll drop it. And I'll take this stream down
Hey, T-Ronnie, I'm sorry. Hey, Smoke, he might take you shopping.
No thanks. I shop online. Just keep the cash app, nigga.
Nobody wants that. As a person who, if you had it done to you, the evidence, you don't want to bring that kind of evidence up.
Nah, you don't want to face retaliation after you do that. People can't.
No, I'm not even talking about retaliation. I'm talking about just the whole putting it out there for yourself. I mean,
putting it out there dangerous. I agree. It would be very dangerous to put a lot of this shit out there.
I'm not talking about danger. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about, let's say, the victim. I'm talking about the victim themselves. Like I said, the man or female, right? Let's say the girl, the Asian lady who had that done to her. How does she go and explain to somebody that she was just beaten the head, right?
Right.
In a closet for whatever she did. Let's say she was talking smack and he told her, he hit her in the head for whatever reason, okay? Because she was talking smack. How do you explain that to somebody? And then
you call the police after you take that ice bag off your headpiece. You call the police and say, Yo, my boyfriend went upside my motherfucking head, and you get up out of there.
We
But then
all
you got to think, I'm addicted to being around this millionaire lifestyle. Then you got to choose between, you know what I mean? Like, damn, do I call the police? Because the day that he went upside her head in the closet, she should have called the fucking police, filed a police report, and pressed charges, and got her bag right then and there. That's what she should have done.
It wouldn't work.
But
He got the police. He got the police in his pocket. That's already been assumed.
I'm just saying, well, if your story's not gonna be heard, then we're not trying to hear you now. Shit, you can have the police in your pocket all the fuck you want, but ultimately it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, money buys police, but I'm just saying. Go ahead, Ronique. I'm
from a
sorry.
victim, there's more than one facet of it from a victim perspective. Let's just say it's more than just I should have just did these. It don't have to be just money related, right? She could have, in retelling the story and then telling it over and over again to different people and hearing them reaction, what you should have done, what you should have did, but then later, maybe a year after the event, well, you should have. Now, how many years after the event, she's going to get what you should have done, and now it makes it like I should have just never told anybody at all.
No, you should have told somebody from the fucking beginning, is what it seems like. Because that's what happens all the time. When people are always gonna say, why did you the number one question will always be, why
did it
did
take
you
so long
wait
to tell me?
so many fucking years to say something?
That's true.
Okay. That's always the first question that comes to mind. Like, I was assaulted, or this happened or that happened. Well, it comes to the point of where they say, well, a lot of women were scared to come forward, this, that, and the other. Well, they need to make it a rule. If you don't come forward now, just shut the fuck up. Because what happens is then it becomes, is it a lie? Now this person's rich. Some of the time it's true, sometimes it's not true. But it's so hard when it's like, well, this happened how many decades ago? And then they're questioning you. I guess you're on a stand and they're asking you details about it. And you're like, well, it happened so many years ago. I don't remember exactly, but this is what I remember. And it just be so much gray area in that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
The gray
Not
is
saying she's lying. Not saying she's lying, but go ahead.
No, right. I think it's the gray is on both sides, right? Because it's like you can't believe there's gray on her end without believing that there's gray on his end, right? Like, oh no, I didn't hit her. We just talked and I gave her shoes and I fell on top of her. And the gray is on his side too. Like, do you really remember what happened? How could you not? Like, if you didn't even think about it, she's been thinking about it for years, right? So, but I don't know if this is why certain felonies don't have a statute of limitations, because fear. You do have that fear. You can't put a statute of limitations on certain things. I guess it's
Like
all
fear of retaliation is what you're saying. Like fear of retaliation or fear of the person that assaulted you. You mean, like, what do you mean? That's what you mean as far as fear?
The fear of within yourself. I let this happen to me. I can't believe this happened. I'm so stupid for putting myself in this situation. And that fear turns into doubt, and then doubt turns into self-doubt, and then self-hatred. And so, yes, that person, you didn't say nothing back then because you were afraid, because now you got to explain this. They say one of the worst crimes is the R word, because not because of the crime, but because the person is re-victimized on the stand, because they have to tell the story again and tell how they felt and what happened to them. So whether or not the person's guilty or innocent, they still, when you like shine, kill, then that's different. But having that, you got to go right. So that's the whole thing, the fear in you to actually come up. And then let's just say the person becomes rich, right?
Perfect time of putting that up there. Go ahead, Timon, please.
The person becomes rich, and now I'm feeling really bad because I should have said something back then. And not to say that it should have went, I don't know if it would have been negative in their favor or not, but if I didn't, I should have said something back then, and I didn't, and now this person is famous. Now they're rich or whatever. Now they're a manager at McDonald's. Whatever the tide has exceeded for them, and now they're like, yes, he's the manager at McDonald's now, and it's like
Calvin got him property.
I let this
I'm joking.
person like do great in their life, and here I am in my brain. I'm re-victimizing myself because I'm still thinking about it.
So now it's time to cash out. So now let's get paid.
Don't let this person get any further.
Okay. But if they would have stayed a loser, so wait, time out. So if this person would have stayed a loser, you would have said, fuck it, let me just live with this trauma my whole life because this person never got paid. But once the nigga got paid, now it's like, hold up now. I don't want this nigga to get more fame and more fortune after he did this to me. What the fuck does the fame and fortune have to do with the fact that you were violated? Is the question. That's the backup question to that. Like, you know
I'm not saying that can't happen. I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. But I also feel like at the same time, with the fame and fortune comes admiration. And people are looking at
people admire a bum, a fucker. Got you.
Right. Oh, this person's admirable because they're famous. They don't even have to be rich. They just famous. If they're famous, they're admired, right?
Yeah.
But this person is a low down, whoever, whatever. I can't keep that going, right? I'm not saying, so I'm not disregarding what you're saying, that people are doing those things. But at the same time, there are people out there like, I can't keep letting this person get the accolades that they're doing great. And they started from heartache.
Copy.
Just a conversation. Anyway.
No, it's a good. No, you bring up some good points. No, that makes good points. We both have good points on this situation. You know what I'm saying? Until it actually happens, and God forbid it happening to anyone. You know what I mean? But I guess you have to. You can only process that kind of shit if you're in the situation. It's one of those type of. You know what I mean? Like I can't say what this person is going through or what this person is feeling or well, you should have done this. I can say it, but that's just my fucking opinion. But like, generally speaking, people might be like, what the, you know what I mean? Like
for themselves or themselves. Because I feel like there's so much self-loathing within a person that they actually inhibit themselves. I understand some people can feel like it's just go ahead. Go to the police. Go if that.
Yeah. I get it. It's on the individual, man. Different people process shit differently. Obviously, yeah. Copy. I get it.
Not mentally you're ready for it.
Exactly, and it may end up 10 years from now or whatever time from now, but ultimately, back to the circle in the wagons. Homegirl had all the information.
Yes.
After 10 years, she had all the receipts, all the information, and he was like, "Oh man, that's a lot of information right there." So that was like no delay. And here, let me cut that check.
Yeah.
Right away, and because that's because she only put out a little bit. She just put out a little tad bit. She didn't even really go expose too much. She didn't really go in. She just was like, a little of this, a little of that.
She said no, and you're right. What she said was these things happen. She talked to her lawyer about it, whatever. And we don't even know what to degree, but the public knows that she said these things happen. She didn't say how. She said these things happen. And Puffy was like, just give her the money.
This whatever. Yeah. Allegedly. But he knows. He tried to make it come off like I was just like, yeah, whatever, pay her, whatever. But the reality is like, oh shit. This bitch, that nigga was sweating bullets. That
like, he could have been like, my name is going to be tarnished anyway, regardless if I'm innocent. Because if I'm
which is true also, because once they put it out there, remember, it's innocent to proven guilty, but once it's put out there, it's out there. It's just like the say, for example, say the Kobe Bryant situation. Oh, he took this, and then later on, psych, I was just joking, but you still cash out. And then this guy for the rest of his life has to say, oh, well, somebody said he did this, even though she doubled back on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, even though you double back, it's like you still got to live with that. You know, just like the guy the officer that offed himself over the allegations from the Tawana Brawley situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
Like
forgot.
I'm dead. And he like they got like I could never live this down. So he didn't kill himself. And then she was like, psych. Nigga like, wait, I killed myself already.
Crazy.
Like, why didn't you
Yo, I
say
gotta
this
drop down.
before I
I gotta
blew my
get ready
brains
for
out,
bed.
bitch?
T-Roney,
God
good
damn.
seeing you. Smoke, appreciate you having me up here. Kimmy Khalid, good seeing you. Classic, good seeing you. I don't mean to be
Yes,
rude, man.
sir.
I'm getting ready to get up in the morning.
Yeah, copy. I know it is getting late. We did get a late start. Tony D in the building. Thanks for pulling up. You know what I'm
Ted
saying?
Hicks,
21 gun salute to that
all
brother.
you. Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Good seeing you, man. Keep doing the vacation. I see you doing your thing and enjoying yourself, man. I'm happy for you, for real.
Yo, my brother, next Sunday, we will be going live just in case if you're available. We will get the information. You know,
I
we'll
might
get
not
it
be.
before that.
Let me know. I'll let you
But
know. I might
I'll
not be,
let
but
you
let
know.
me know for real.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard for him.
Yeah, or Belt Kings. Yeah, no, Christmas Eve is next Sunday, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
Yes,
I'll
sir.
just maybe I'll air a replay. I'll air a
Yeah.
replay on Christmas Eve. Maybe I'll put together a best of, but maybe I'll save that for the New Year's.
If you're
You know
able
what
to do so, let me know. Like I said, I'll let you know if I could be there now. I'm supposed to go see Trey, but he may be coming up here. So everybody
Oh,
might
that's
be up
lit.
in town. I'll let you know. Like I said, just let me know. But good seeing y'all for real. I'll catch y'all next
You
go
heard?
around. Peace,
Tony
y'all.
D in the building once again. Peace out, my brother. Yes, sir. Tony D.
Tony D.
Yeah, so just saying in total, yeah. So just wrapping it up on that note, but like, yeah. So we're gonna stay tuned to that
We gotta keep
situation.
the eyes to
Yeah.
the pavement, because the ears to the pavement, because this, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. And
Yeah.
50 Cent got his nose in all the business. Like, just 50 Cent, you better sit down before somebody put out a whole thing on you.
Nah, she know why he keep it so trolly on these folks, because ain't nothing out there like that to get exposed by. So that's why he goes so crazy. Pause. He goes so hard on folks because ain't nothing like that gonna surface, because he's confident that ain't nothing suspect. You know what I'm saying? His story is his story. You know what I mean? Everybody know, all right, they didn't shot this nigga. This already happened. We already know your story. So he ain't got nothing to hide at this point. Ain't nobody coming forward saying that he was having sleepovers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all had to explain that whole thing to me, because I was like, what?
Yeah, the nigga ain't having sleepovers, so ain't nobody coming forward. So he can troll the shit out of everybody without no remorse. Right here on the screen, I just posted the link tree, TonyD.original, where his information is, where you can check him out. Belt Kings, fantasy football, all that good stuff. Check my man Tony D out. T-Roney, what you have besides the holidays coming up? I'm gonna post your information right here. Talk to us.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. We got I celebrate Christmas, and I also celebrate Kwanzaa, and then it's New Year's. So, and then I fast for 3 days. So,
Okay.
what you got going on? What's going? Are you traveling
Well,
again?
holidays. No traveling for the holidays. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna be in NYC for the holidays. I usually slow for 3 days while you fasting. I'm slowing. Slow down. Eat a lot. Be merry. You heard? Eat, drink, be merry. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we'll probably ever rerun next Sunday because it will be Christmas Eve. May go live on the IG for a quick second to shout everybody out, something like that. But for the most part, yeah, and we'll run that back on the following week. So thanks for joining us, T-Roney in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Kimmy Callie. Sorry missed you when you hopped off,
Thank
Kimmy
you,
Callie.
Kimmy Kali. I was in the middle of a presentation and talking shizit as usual. So that's why I missed you. But thanks for joining us, Kimmy Kali. Also, salute to you. Happy holidays, and salute to everybody out there. Happy holidays, all that good ish. Thanks for joining us once again. For those that don't like it, put it in your pipe and smoke it. And let's leave you with another promo.
Your show is called the Sunday Smoke Podcast. That's how I know you're a little bitch. Because it don't have nothing to do with that. So I'm gonna keep using smoke. And my podcast is not called a smoke show. My Tuesday show is called the Sunday Night Smoke Show. That show that we talk about.
We out, y'all. Take care, T-Roney. One love.
Bye, everybody. everybody.
Oh man.